How's it going, everybody? I usually like these podcast announcements to be nice and upbeat, but given the state of the world these days, I am just not in an upbeat mood. And I would just like to acknowledge what the fuck is going on in the world today, how crazy everything is, and this change that's happening. We all need to take part in it in the best way we know how. We're all different people. We can all make that push and make that change in our own unique ways. Otherwise, the social injustice, all this bullshit, it's going to keep happening again and again until the change we keep talking about finally happens. So while we're doing that, be safe and don't hurt anybody else. And if you're ever looking for a smile, did a podcast with my buddies Chris and Lucas, talked about movies. So just stay safe, everybody. Love you. That absolutely is. Or just, I don't know, over Zoom or something. Like, they're 6 feet apart. Like, why not? I'm thinking they're just being some pansies about it. We're recording, by the by, just so you know. This is like, I don't know, it's candid. That's the best conversation, goddammit.
Duly noted.
Oh, my God. Lucas, I see a necklace. Oh, I got to look the part. Look, see this? Like, whoa, he's got a microphone? Whoa, f***ing wild.
There we go.
Yes, sir. Lucas, I see a necklace there. Oh, my internet connection is unstable. Can you guys hear me? God bless it. Hold on, I'm gonna switch internet sources.
Oh, so Lucas, are you hearing him, or because he was breaking up for me pretty bad?
No, Aaron, I missed
are we back?
the last probably like minute of your talk.
Oh, okay. So let me try. Like, this might cancel the meeting. I'm gonna try to, like, because I'm going off my cell phone hotspot, and usually it's pretty good out here in my little.
Aaron, you are breaking up so bad right now.
God damn it! All right, I'll be back. Hold on, I'm switching it to.
So I wanted to make sure it wasn't me.
Oh yeah, can you guys hear me, see me now, and all that?
Yeah, but we'll have you keep talking.
All right, I'll keep talking. All right, I'll explain what happened. I was using my cellular hotspot because I thought I'd have better internet out here, but apparently the house's Wi-Fi works better, so we're just gonna stick to that.
Wow.
Well, I'm saying maybe they have too many streetlights in winters. That's the issue.
Oh my God, just sucking up all the energy, all the juice.
All
They
the
have 10
power
people.
goes-
They have 10 people on the interwebs right now. It's too many.
Dude, it's just logging it down. Like, now the two midgets we have, like, rowing the internet machine have to work even harder, like even better shifts. Oh, Lordy. The internet.
Oh, are we not doing the group cheers to lead off? And you guys both.
Oh,
are-
sorry, we're selfish.
Hang tight. I need to get mine going.
Please.
But come
Get his
prepared.
going. What is he doing?
Yeah.
A showman. A
Summer
showman.
kind of day.
You pulled it out of a paper bag. What a showman. Some kind of Hugh Jackman over here.
Or a bum.
Or a goddamn bum. I mean, who hasn't had, you haven't had alcohol until it's been covered in a paper bag. That's when you're like one of those long ones. It's like, it's obvious. It has a liquor store name on it. But who knows? Could be water. You're just
Also,
shy.
ain't that the gospel though? It's not real alcohol unless you're walking with a paper bag around it, you know?
Oh, God.
Yeah. Like, border, like, half you can't be seen with it and half kind of ashamed to be seen with it.
It's like, why bother? If you're going to be drinking in public like that, just drop the bag. Drop the facade. We know what a scumbag you are. Maybe they needed to hide their needles or whatever, their stash.
Well,
Yeah, you're saying.
Well, you get thrown in the drunk tank one time for having an open container, and things kind of change.
You
did,
Idiot.
Lucas?
I did. San Diego is a fickle bitch. I'll tell you that.
Oh my God! How'd they get you? Why'd you cut slipping up?
I thought it was a safe time. It was like 10:30 at night, and I was standing in between two houses because we rented out a house during our spring break, and I was standing in between, which is technically public property. And all of a sudden, I feel a very strong force behind me. I turn around like a half drunk, like kind of like crazy. You get pushed. You don't like that. I turn around.
Lucas doesn't like that.
Officers. So I had to do a lot of explaining, and this was St. Patrick's Day. I got got cuffed and put in the drunk tank for the remainder of the night.
Damn. You go directly to jail. Do not collect $200, Lucas.
I may or may not have been under the age of 21 at the time.
May or may not.
I smooth talked the officers of being very apologetic, very understanding, and ended up having mercy on me and taking me to the drunk tank in turn. So I believe in the justice system. I got lucky, and things happened to work out for fools like me.
Damn, yeah, I bet you were like dishing out hands, like, come on, like, I'll suck your dick, like, get me out of this, get me out of this. All right, guys, Skull, to your dark beard. Christopher, what are you suckling upon?
I had a bomber myself that I've been meaning to crank up. It's one of those Game of Thrones beers. It's a red ale.
I don't believe it was Game of Thrones affiliated, but it was called Dragon's Milk, and it was like the stout that was aged in like a whiskey barrel, and like when you drink it, it's like you could feel a little burn, a little something, a little Dracar, a touch of Dracarys, if you will.
Yes.
Having that not be Game of Thrones affiliated is rather alarming to guys like me.
Well, I mean, are you alarmed often, Lucas?
Frequently, almost
you
every
should.
day.
You should be. Your profession. God damn it.
I'll say, given my field, I'm pretty baffled by stuff. There's a new phrase that I've been hearing more and more in recent history, and it says you shouldn't do anything you don't want to explain to the paramedics. And frankly, like I definitely jive with that.
Oh my god. We'll get to what this podcast is going to be about in a minute, but I have an anecdote, boys. Let's get into like the blurry white vision. I got a story. So I got a buddy. His dad is this top of the line plastic surgeon in the Bay Area, and his coming up, like you go through your residency and all that. And he said when he made it to like doctor, he was in control of a few interns, and this guy shows up into the ER saying, I sat down on this 8-ball, like it's up my rectum. It is up there, man. 8-ball. Like he sat on it, like how many magic 8-balls have you guys sat? I don't think it was magic 8-ball, but so it just happened, right? And he tells the interns, all right, just lube it up, try XYZ, and they failed at XYZ. Like they tried everything on the guy, and they said, Doctor, so-and-so, we can't get it out. How are we gonna get this 8-ball out of this guy's keister? And he's like, all right. Like he goes and gets like some medical books and or phone books, a heavy book, drops it on the guy's stomach, and he said it shot out of his ass and cracked porcelain on the side of like, they're in like a, kind of surgical room, cracks it. He said, a whopper of a story, but I believe it. Like given the medical field and the law enforcement field, that is like the truest, most like Darwinism gone wrong, where it doesn't work. You see this shit happening, this absolute lunacy of what humans are capable of.
Well,
you figure that is the end game. You just figure it out. And
then they're just let loose at state fairs. Like I feel like everybody there is a criminal when I go to like a small town state fair. I'm like, all right, like do they get a day out of jail free card?
Well, I hope like in pool as billiards, if you will, like the last shot of the game, they're supposed to hit the 8-ball. Hopefully he called the prison pocket.
Prison pocket in the hot pocket, corner hot pocket, maybe. Oh, anyways, gents, gentlemen, anecdotes aside.
Yes.
I did have one other one, but maybe the conversation by the grace of the conversation, we'll loop back and I'll be able to tell it. Starring one, Carrick Myers. Ally Carrick. I hope he's doing well. If he's listening to this, Carrick. God damn it, love that guy. All right, we're here to talk movies. God damn it, we're at it again. You're the movie guys. We're here. Chris, of course, and then Lucas and myself. We're gonna dissect these 2000 movies, and we're gonna rip out of the guts the number one 2000s movie based on this silly little bracket. You guys, what do you think about the bracket? Do you think it was fair enough? Did I poo-poo a couple of the matchups? I felt like there weren't any sacrificial lambs per my MO, but I mean maybe there's a few, but.
Yeah, you gave me another matchup on this one, kind of like the Jurassic Park Dumb and Dumber on the last one. So I'm not super pumped when we get to that.
Indeed.
But, no, all in all, pretty good. There's a few ones that caught me by surprise being on here, but hey, What's life without curveballs?
I was just trying to think all like squirrely. What's something unexpected yet expected? You know what I mean? Like some movies that people can agree on. And then like along the line, if you guys have honorable mentions, just shout them out. Just Tourette's them. Because somebody commented the other day of like, oh, Fast and the Furious. That set off like, remember how big street racing was? Like how popular it was after that movie came out.
Yep.
Like I remember going to the Davis, like UC Davis arcade, and having this little card because I had an RX-8 initial drift, kind of like Tokyo Drift. But I would go in there and play with these mega nerds with their like stars printed on their card going off the like they're just amazing.
One of those guys.
Talking people that bring towels, their credit card, and Gatorade to Dance Dance Revolution. Like, and they are like, not only are they going hard, but they are calculated and precise. And those never been able to play. I'm ranting. That has nothing to do with movies. Movies.
But yes, I think it's a great job. It is tough to make a list of 16 movies in a whole decade. That is something that needs to be said first and foremost before doing anything critical.
No comedies in here because people are like, don't give them credit. I'm like, all right, we'll separate. Perhaps do a separate one because people don't like, they just get too salty. So I'm like, all right, we'll have an objective point of view. Comedy's out. I feel like people can't they can't empathize with our emotions. Some people did. Few. Most chose to be salty.
Comedies as well as like superhero or big blockbuster movies are typically ones that people get a little uppity about being included in best movies, even though they should be.
Because that's a good point too. Because technically, Iron Man came out in the mid 2000s, and therefore, like that was like the one that teared off this huge empire of Marvel. So technically, that should get some kind of
decade. Have you ever seen anything? I guess. I mean, James Bond to a certain extent, but nothing came together in a series of say 20 movies before Endgame came. Like well over 10 movies until Endgame. Like the climax came together.
No, that was. I think it was 18 before Infinity War.
18.
Second.
There were some stinkers in there, sure, but
so no. I mean, obviously, like what they did was but yes.
But yeah, all in all, fair list. Comedies make sense. Take superheroes out as well. We're going like general movies then. That's good.
Very good. You guys want to start off with a couple like questions to get the brains in the movie mode, or just tee off on this bracket?
I am a guest in your abode. This is your show.
I say fire it off. Let's grease the wheels. Let's get a few questions going. Get the people
engaged. All right. Well, first of all, I want to take a picture because you guys. People being quarantined, they're getting scared, but this is a life right now. I'm taking a picture, so like smile. Yes, my life rules. I have beers, buds, and suds. Let's go. All right, questions.
You could take a screenshot,
Shut up. Well, I couldn't get the beers. The screenshot doesn't go off the grid, dude. I feel like I'm the type of guy that needs more than one monitor. Like. Special, like I need monitors. Okay.
I would be worried if you had multiple monitors.
Oh God, I'd turn out like that guy. Remember the movie Grandma's Boy, and that skinny dude from Dodgeball is just like listening to this like techno music, just laying on a dentist seat. Like that's the move right there. You're alone. You could, and that's it. It seemed great. Away from these miserable human beings. Have food slipped under your door, like a voluntary solitary confinement, Chris. I feel like that would just be.
Oh, I can get on board.
Oh my God!
All this time we were wondering if we could, but never if we should.
Yeah. Well done, Lucas. Pull up a. God, I'll give you a 10 for that one. Just the whole thing came. All right, sorry. Moving on.
10 points to Slytherin, huh?
What's that? 10 points. 10 points to Slytherin. 10 points indeed. Like talk about the hosing that Dumbledore did to those hardworking Slytherin kids at the end of year one. They win the House Cup. They even had the audacity to put up their decorations, and Dumbledore's just sitting there like, I'm about to tear their hearts out. He's like, yo, like Hagrid. Like Hagrid showed up 3 days beforehand. He's just begging hookers in Molestown. Gandalf goes up to him, hey, like, I'm going to say some cute shit, and then you're going to come in at this point. Like, just chill and like just come in like, oh, I just got here, like back from Azkaban. Cool. Yeah, just play it cool, and then like like we said before, the insulting applause, and then gives like an extra 5 points to Neville for being a dipshit. It's just standing there like Slytherin gets on, and they beat out every other house. Why is Gandalf playing favorites, gents? Sorry, I'm sorry.
Because there's rigging. Wasn't he a Gryffindor?
Was he?
I'm pretty sure he was. Yeah. No, it's okay.
No playing favorites. No. I don't see it at all. Lucas, nice American flag. Can you hear me? Yeah, that one. That's the one. So, all right. First question. We got this, you guys.
Might as well give a big setup there.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely. Who has the best voice for narrations? Who has the best narrator's voice? Don't just hop on the Morgan Freeman bandwagon. There's some great narrators out there.
There are some really good ones. You know who actually, I just watched a documentary on Netflix recently. Well, kind of like a half documentary, half reenactment. It was by Charles Dance, Tywin Lannister.
Really? I like that. I like that.
I don't know if, he doesn't have the narration range. I think Freeman always gets the credit because he can like narrate anything. But Dance had like an edge to him, and this was like a war documentary, so he had that like appropriate vibe.
I like that. I like a kind of sinister, like maybe he's part of it. I can dig that.
Yeah. No, it was pretty cool, and I recognized his voice within the first 5 seconds. Like, fuck Tywin.
Get on board, Tywin. There's some for nature documentaries. There's a certain caress I need. Like there's Sir David David Attenborough.
David Attenborough is a hell of a voice for narration.
There's who else is there? I heard Jeremy Irons. What's up?
Is it David or Richard Attenborough?
It could be Richard. David. It's David. I have on good authority.
I think Richard was Jurassic Park. I think he was in Jurassic Park.
I have to say, David Attenborough's voice sounds like flowing water in like the Sierras.
Absolutely.
It's poetry. It's magical. It takes you somewhere. You don't know what's going on, and you're just the wrong.
All right, you guys talk about curveballs. Since there ain't no baseball, I'm gonna throw one right here. Best female narrator. Who? Like, nobody really comes to mind.
I think I've heard Cate Blanchett narrate stuff before. And
out well, that was the beginning of Lord of the Rings.
And it worked.
I was sold like this mockumentary. It's gotta be somebody British, obviously. Oh, I bet Sigourney. I think Sigourney's done something. I can't say what.
I think she did Planet Earth back in the day.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because that does sound familiar.
I get down with that. Oh. Not really a narrator, but just a speaker that I enjoy his voice, and I need to delve more into his content in order to like respect it more, not be just such a poser. But he had the monologue on the pale blue dot, physicist, super famous.
Oh,
Neil deGrasse Tyson's mentor, Carl Sagan. Carl Sagan. Carl Sagan's like his monologue, like the pale blue dot. He was Neil deGrasse Tyson before Neil deGrasse Tyson.
Yeah, no, he's a good one too. I've heard some
very good voice.
Other one I've heard narrate some things in the past was Jeremy Irons.
Yeah, Jeremy Irons. He's a goddamn stud.
Great voice.
Be prepared, Chris.
Oh, much like the last name himself. His voice is cold, it's calculated, and it's precise. We love it.
Yep.
I know. Can't get enough of it. There's some good.
Because I'll say he's like the Alfred in the Batman with Ben Affleck.
Yeah.
So,
I know. What a waste of a great Alfred, right?
But the scene where Batman's getting all jacked and Ben Affleck's looking huge doing the tire pull, and all you hear is his voice in the background. That is a beautiful scene. Beautiful scene.
Was there
any good men cruel?
Was there any hope for Ben Affleck in your mind's eye?
Yeah,
as Batman. What about Robert Pattinson?
Okay, so I have
want to be wild.
appreciate Robert Pattinson. I've seen some other movies with him, and God bless him because he's never going to leave Twilight behind. But he's not a bad actor.
No, I mean, it's just Twilight. Like, do you think they were told to act that bad? Like that, make it that cheesy, be that pitiful?
Taylor Lautner's career died from those movies.
What's that? What career? He was like, okay, he had insert any dark-skinned teenager with abs. You could have put him in there. Interchangeable.
But when it comes to, I mean, forgetting how to act in movies, you could talk about Natalie Portman in the Star Wars prequels. My God, it's like she has an Oscar. It's like she forgot how to act during
Whoa.
those movies.
Anakin,
you leave her out of this, Chris.
Well, it's like she was just kind of caught up. Like there was a big explosion that was the prequels, and she was just one of those people that got like just shunned because when you listen to like I was just arguing with my buddies about it on the Council of Nerds Part 1. You guys can tune in when you're done listening to this episode. Now like the prequels are such garbage. Like Attack of the Clones was so bad. Like Hayden Christensen says like I'm haunted by the kiss that you never should have given me. It's just like, what are you doing? Why? And then one of my buddies, Brentley, said that is the best Star Wars movie. He had the audacity to say that's the best over the OGs. This guy, we call him the Red Skull because he goddamn thinks Red Skull's the best villain in the MCU. Or just in general. It was a wide variety of villains, and he's a Red Skull guy. This is Brentley Wiseman. I'm calling him out on this podcast, and I know he's listening because he is one of the most loyal goddamn friends and followers. He is listening to now. And I go, Brentley, you animal. I'm spreading the word. Throwing you under that bus.
Whoa. Jesus Christ. I don't even know what to do on that.
That's what I'm saying. I had to hold that in.
It's funny to see that he's not a part of this movie podcast.
Oh, man. No, I'm sure he'd be down to join. Like, he fits it. He's like the free space in bingo. Put him in any social group, whatever. Like, he's good to go. He can just blend in, absolutely.
Sounds like the kind of person that when he sees Avatar listed in your movie category, he was thinking Last Airbender movie.
Oh, man. No, like, I'm so glad I'm getting back into that. I'm so glad. So glad.
I will be starting that very shortly. I've never actually seen it. So I've seen bits and parts or episodes, but I've never seen the full show. So that is on my to-do list now.
Anytime I see a meme, I'm on iPhone, I'm like, no, don't want to spoil anything. I could tell, like, there's certain things that have been spoiled, like, I know that will happen. And I can kind of see it, like, the characters are a little deeper, like, especially the bad guys. Prince Zuko, like, he is so much more deep when he's bad, but Izzy likes that intensity. Like, I'll spare the rant on his character, but like, I know I'm really like the fight scenes are sick. Yeah. Like the animation kind of slows a little bit, so you can see like their movements. Like it's, man.
Well, what people don't, I forget the name of the award, but what people don't talk about is that the third season of The Last Airbender, when it came out, it won awards for having emotional depth and range and character development, and they did it over a 20 episode series. And it's one of, I think, 3 animated shows that have ever won the award. And
really?
It is remarkably well done. I like just casually put it on because like once I saw Netflix got it back, and I finished all 3 in a matter of. Well, it came out on the 15th, and this the 27th. So
yeah,
nice.
Not a boy.
Nice.
No,
I watched a few. Yeah,
I can't. I can't keep to Weight Watching. God damn it, because I know it's gonna get a lot darker. It's gonna get a lot more spicy. So, what? If you guys could choose to bend one, which would you choose? Which nation do you join?
Ooh. Yeah, that's a good curveball.
Thought a lot about this one.
Yeah,
and it makes no sense. And honestly, it just kind of seems the coolest is Earth.
I was just about to say, I would probably have to agree and go Earth. Water was the first one I wanted to say, or even air, but Earth, you could F some up with that.
It's like, how far does the Earth, like, as powerful as you are, the more you study, maybe it's like you can control more things. Say, like, one of my buddies let it slip last night that you can start controlling metal, bending metal. And it's like, if there's iron in your body, just kill it. Like, my instinct was like water, but with air, I feel like it's more, if you're super powerful, that you can like just send bullets through people or choke them, whatever.
Yeah. Air, well, you can get pretty dark with all of them.
I want to get real dark, baby. I'm not sleeping on fire either, but I would.
Okay,
I would
to
say air.
further this, that's the element you choose. What do you think you'd be given, though? What's the actual one that you feel like you'd actually get?
I'd say water.
Because I found oftentimes what you want, I'll say what you oftentimes think that you want is not what you're probably going to get.
I'd probably get fire just because that's the one I'd least want.
Yeah, but still, you'd cause a ruckus.
I think with your temper, fire is the most fair, but...
Just breathing fire. Which movie universe would you guys want to live in? Excuse me.
Ooh.
Movie universe. Got your Star Wars, you got your Marvel. Maybe one day we'll see a major motion crossover of just the greatest nerdiest things. There's Harry Potter and the Wizarding World. God, there's the world of Die Hard where Bruce Willis is just the man. There's Lord of the Rings.
One I would most want to live in.
There's Avatar world.
That was one I never really came up with an answer just because give me a second.
Go mainstream.
There's too many to choose from, and there's a lot of cool in a bunch of them. So
there really is. Maybe Toy Story, where your toys come to life. You would know they come to life and you videotape them.
What say you?
What
say you?
Willy Wonka.
This is one that I actually struggle with because, like, yeah, say you go into one of these like super cool and wild universes. What if you're not on the cool side of it?
Yeah,
like,
no.
What if you're in the Harry Potter world and you're a squib?
You get all right. Whatever world you choose, you're well off. You know, you can handle yourself.
Oh, Harry Potter.
Gods are good. I'd say it would be dope to be a mutant, like separate from Marvel somewhat, but it's like your power is like you're the only one that has it, I guess. Or if somebody else has it, there's a variation. Like you're unique, truly.
You see, that was the first one I ruled out because
you ruled out.
People get hosed in that movie. Like you're trying to tell me that there's people who can bend metal and like honestly regenerate from anything, and then you're the guy that just like grows his fingernails super long. Like, that's not fair.
What if you had like? It's like, God, you just increase your size at your will. God, you could choose anyone, but it's like I think most guys would just go shapeshifter. I watched Dark Phoenix the other day. Not the best movie, granted, but there's some good mutant action in it. Like, the action's not bad. What little you get. There's Michael Fassbender. Let's go, Michael Fassbender.
Correct. The scene at the mansion where Cyclops actually grows a pair, and train scene were the only two scenes that had any redemption in that movie. That train scene with Magneto was spectacular.
It's like, I feel like they just got lost. There's too many little subplots. Jean's good, bad. She's lost control. She's part of their crew. There's too much finger painting going on.
The movie could have been so much better if they just took the alien shit out and just focused on Jean.
What was that? What the was that?
Completely unnecessary.
I think it was like they're in a tip
and a waste of Jessica Chastain.
Who dat? Oh, the main bad chick.
Yeah.
It's like they were there to save Jean's character. Like it's like she's not the bad one. It's really the aliens. It's not Jean's fault. It's like what the fuck are you doing? Turn her bad. Maybe her evil.
Yeah, and wound up ruining the train scene at the very end.
Oh my god! At least James McAvoy's in it. You know, the Jennifer Lawrence a little like.
And you mentioned Fassbender. Like, don't get me wrong, he and McAvoy save both that movie and Apocalypse for me because both of those are so easily forgotten, which is a shame because First Class and Days of Future Past were like two of the best X-Men movies.
Yeah, I would absolutely say that was like a bizarre kind of revamp. That like the movies, like the only X-Men movies that I really give a about. I guess first one for nostalgia, but I wouldn't like choose to watch it. X2, like that opening scene with Nightcrawler, just fucking the shit. After that, no X3, get that out of there. First Class is great. I like Wolverine. The first one, it's so campy and cheesy. Really liked it. The first Wolverine movie.
Wolverine or
the origin. The third one, Logan. I love Logan.
Yes.
But yeah, the first one, it's so bad. It's like it's entertaining. Plus, Liev Schreiber's in it, And God, Ryan Reynolds, like, it's ridiculous. And there's some bizarre, like him chopping up that goddamn ladder as it's like going down. He's chasing after Gambit, and he's like, and he like,
Aaron, it had Will Am in it.
It did.
Shame.
Yeah.
At least he dies. At least he dies.
Shame.
But you give Hugh Jackman the time of day. You give it.
Oh, you're talking to a guy who loves Hugh Jackman.
I know I am.
Yeah. But that movie deserves to be forgotten for all time.
Well, I will not. Always remember.
The Wolverine. The one in Japan.
I didn't like that one. That was
the first
just
2/3 were great, and then it went all weird.
It got wacky. There's parts of it I like. And then Logan's tremendous. Days of Future Past and X-Men First Class.
I'll be honest, Logan, like, I love it. It's a great movie all around. Like, it's like a Western mutant film.
Does it count as a modern Western, would you say?
For sure.
Yeah. It's too modern. Well, it's futuristic, you know, but like it's like Mandalorian, like it's a Western. Mandalorian's probably maybe a little more a Western, but I guess if there's not the typical like revolvers and horses and whatnot, not a true Western.
Yeah.
But everything in essence of it. What is the most overrated you guys would say?
What's the
single movie?
Well, yeah, give me a single movie, overrated single movie, absolutely. Or if you got if you got some like Chris from the hip, if you got 6,
we talked about it last week in Shawshank. I think that
most
movie
overrated,
so incredibly overrated.
But would you not agree that it is? If something's good enough to be overrated, it's good enough to be overrated since so many people like it. Like they get to that point because people really like it. No,
I would not.
Well,
yeah, but you can get like fandoms all shouting off on anything, and all of a sudden it's a great movie. But no,
that's true.
Shawshank, I think.
Well, it's like there's an army of like.
Shawshank.
I'll retract my statement just for the sheer fact. I'm just saying, if the masses think it's so, then it's so. Like the millions of girls that went out to watch Twilight movies, like I'm about to give them credit because there's so many that it must be good. So I apologize. Let me retract said statement.
Yeah, that is a movie that people just seem to swear by as being like the best piece of cinema ever. And it's a good movie. Don't get me wrong. I don't hate it, but I never need to see it again. I never thought it was that great to begin with.
Wow, says Owen. What's the best? Sorry. All right, Lucas, you first. I almost asked another question like an idiot. Overrated movie.
I know we're not really talking about these like genre of movies today, but frankly, I hate it. I don't want to watch it. If it comes on TV, I will change the channel. I'll probably even just turn the TV off, maybe leave the room. I don't know. Napoleon Dynamite. When that comes on,
man,
I'm so bummed out. It's like
that movie.
It's one of those things like, oh, cool, yeah, it's got like little one-liners here and there that people quote, but outside of that, it's a terribly done movie. It's not entertaining, and at the same time, the acting is just absolutely atrocious. But everyone seems like overlook that, you know?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
So stupid. I could not agree more with you on that one.
It's so bad. I might agree. I like that movie though. Like it's so over the top. Like, what about Nacho Libre? Like
I was just about
Nacho is so funny.
I like that movie.
It's the same movie.
No, it is not.
It's not. But Nacho is just so fun. It honestly dropped my. Do not realize I've had diarrhea since Easter's, and he pluralizes. And then when he goes up and climbs and gets the eagle egg and he throws the rock over the edge, he could have killed one of them at the bottom, when they're just chilling in the canoe. That could have just crushed their head. That movie dropped an entire letter grade. My Spanish 4 teacher, Senora Gonzalez, she loved me to pieces. She's a great teacher, probably one of my favorites. And me and my buddy Robbie, we quoted that movie so much. We also if you speak English, you get deducted points. But I mean, I'm gonna quote quoter's quote, and she would always be just look at me, just docking points. And then when I graduated from my senior year, she got me Nacho Libre for a gift. Baller ass teacher. Shout out to Miss G.
Wow.
Dope teacher. You can even go over there and like, because she lived a block away from the school. If I'm a slow ass test taker.
That's awesome.
She would let students like, hey, you guys, come over here, you slow ass, stupid sons of bitches. Take your test at my place and get the hell out of here, you bums.
Idiot.
A big Corazon Grande. But anyways, we digress. Overrated movie. Napoleon Dynamite. Good lord.
Because I don't go the unpopular opinion route just for the sake of it, but I also don't hop on the bandwagon that quickly to like appease other people too. So like some of these choices, and you're gonna see choices later on in this podcast that like they might not be too kosher. They might not go over very well.
Give me that unkosher, baby. I don't care.
That's it. You need to be able to at least acknowledge other opinions. So you know what? Fire it off.
I'll try my best to acknowledge. Speaking of acknowledgement, this is a little off tangent, but I mean, such is life. Why doesn't The Quick and the Dead get more love as a Western? I feel like it is so slept on. Talk about underrated movie. Underrated.
Yeah, it really is, especially considering
Russell Crowe.
Leo,
Gene Hackman. What was it? Farrah Fawcett? No, not Farrah Fawcett.
No, Sharon Stone.
Sharon Stone.
Yeah. No, that's top notch. It's a pretty cool reason. Yeah, it just
hold on. I'm so sorry. Let me pause this for a second. Talk about narrating voices. That black dude that they hire as a bounty hunter to kill Gene Hackman. That guy's voice. He's in the Navy. He's in the voice of the Navy commercials. That guy has an amazing voice. Hold on, let me IMDb real quick.
Oh.
Hey, Freak Joe!
Yeah.
It's like a picture of his face. I just don't know his name.
Isn't he in Chronicles of Riddick too?
Yeah. He's the like the Muslim with his sons, and he don't get killed. That is absolutely
Keith David.
You say Keith David?
Yeah. That
very cool.
Dude's got a kick-ass voice.
Very good voice.
It's a good choice.
Solid.
Yeah. Well, yes.
We're just agreeing it's underrated.
Top notch.
Lucas, how do you like that movie? A young Russell Crowe. I want to say that movie came out, 96? 97. I want to say 97. Lucas or Chris, can one of you guys check? My internet's so slow here. I'm scared.
Hadouken! Yeah, 95.
95? God damn it.
Yeah, it's hell of a movie. It's one that gets slept on. It's easy to go to westerns or now and well-known ones, but yeah, that one's underrated and accepted.
And it coming 95 coming right after Tombstone. Do you think it probably took away some of the clout it could have had? But I don't know. Tombstone's just such a standalone. I think anybody coming after it was just doomed.
Yep.
So.
Yeah, pretty much.
Also underrated. 310 to Yuma. Give me that. Love 310 to Yuma.
Wait that wasn't on this list.
I know it wasn't on the.
That was my discrepancy.
Yeah, what the hell?
Damn.
Idiot.
Because that one, it's like 310 to Yuma got caught for using PEDs and they were taken out of the contest.
Yeah. What in the
I think I got subconsciously people pleasing because I feel like I guess the majority of people aren't Westerns, but that doesn't mean they don't deserve to be on this list.
But the majority of people are idiots.
They are. And I'm trying to appease them by taking it. I didn't even think about it. 2007, now that I think about it. Chris? 2007, yes. 310 to Yuma?
Sounds about right.
Sounds about right. Really. I have the technology. So I wish.
It's not 07, it's like 05.
05? Shut your butt.
07.
Forward, men! Forward march! All right. This could get us off on a little bit of a tangent. All right. What is you guys think the purpose and overall utility of entertainment to human beings? Say our society, but there's been plays since philosophy came out, in times of Greece, ancient Greece. We're talking comedy. We're talking tragedy. All forms of this entertainment. Why is that a part of who we are? Like, do we see other animals doing that?
I think a major part of it is escapism. I think whether or not life sucks or life could be going good, sometimes it's good to get away.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's always been a big part of it. But on the flip side, then you see plays. I mean, if you're going back to the old times, plays or movies nowadays that are super dramatic or just downright depressing. And it really takes the hell out of you. And I think the other side of entertainment can be used to maybe make you think about things or reevaluate aspects of life.
Yeah.
So
it's not like just one purpose. It's overall effect on our emotional state. Shake it up or inspire.
If it was unitary purpose, it wouldn't be around still.
Like who goes to get scared? You know, like some sick out there going to scary movies and shit. Like,
yeah.
I don't know. I think about like the way that like people use entertainment in order to express different ideas and like also like different cultures in like a different way too. And, like it's a way of like bringing it all together and like actually experiencing different values and opinions and putting it all together in one quick snippet.
Do you think it's like, Chris, like escapism? Do you think that's inherent to humans? Like whenever there's like bad shit going on or you face calamity, there's this inherent urge to get away from it, because you can go all the way back to like we're cavemen, we're telling stories around a fire. Like I guess that's kind of like an early form or whatever it is we do to kind of take ourselves away. Like, it just seems like it's always been a part of us, and it's just kind of evolved into more advanced forms of entertainment. I feel like escapism is like the essence of it.
Humans, yeah. I mean, I think we're the only ones with the capacity to do something like that. It's not like you're going to see dogs doing anything distracting for themselves, but
it's like they're always hunting. They're like on the prowl. They're looking for a place to rest. Like humans seem like to be the only ones that are like that. I could think. I guess like dolphins might play games, I guess, but humans can just straight up put their head in the fucking and get addicted to something and entertainment.
I think I think with the higher level of consciousness and you're able to evaluate how you think or feel comes the price of I need to kind of like not think about this.
Heavy is the head that holds the brain. God damn it. It's too much. Lucas.
Kinda, yeah.
There's not much going up there. I can hear it rattling around a little bit. It comes up.
Don't move too quick.
It comes about like in the Great Depression or whatever. Like movies were so clutch to get out of your fucking your fruitless farm, or you're in the city, you have no job, you have 20 kids because you just couldn't stand it. If you could afford it, you could whack somebody down at the docks and get a nickel. Treat yourself to a steak and a night at the Hamilton or whatever a nickel can get you back in the day.
Yeah, loaf of bread.
Loaf. Loaf. All right, let's see here. I was going to ask this question, but what is the most profound body change for a role? And Christian Bale's just the GOAT of body transformation. I feel silly for even writing it down, but just the acknowledgement of what that man did.
Yes.
Like, Matt McConaughey hasn't bounced back yet from Dallas Buyers Club.
Yeah.
The dude's are falling off his ass.
I was racking my brain just to try and come up with someone else, and there just isn't really anyone else you can kind of throw in that category.
Mm-hmm. Close thing you can do is Jonah Hill.
Oh God, icky.
It's skinny Jonah Hill or fat Jonah Hill. There's no.
I don't like it. I don't like any Jonah Hill.
Yeah, I'll say, but like how small and how big, like it's pretty wild. Like that kind of range.
That's just because he's a turd and nobody likes him. Well, I don't, so therefore everybody does it.
You're kind of alone on that one.
I'm a hater. Oh, mercy. Blah, 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 blah. Like, you guys like Jonah Hill?
Yes. You seen Superbad? I noticed that wasn't on your list either.
I've seen it. I don't like any of that cast. The only part of those movies I like is Bill Hader and Seth Rogen's little banter as cops. That's it. That is it.
Okay.
Those dick drawings were hilarious, but that's not Jonah Hill. That was younger actors in the montage, not Jonah Hill.
That's a pretty hot take, I feel like.
It's just like the kid that, like, Michael Cera. He does nothing for me. He's the same guy in every movie. And then whoever that third cretin is, like, he's just this unbecoming figure that they put on screen, like, with this crackly voice. Like, all right, like, he's a shtick guy. This is one movie, and I feel like there's no other movies you could possibly put him in. But he's just, I bet Seth, the producers throw him a bone every once in a while. It's like no, anyways. There's some actors I'm just like, how the even here? But I mean, Steve Buscemi's so ugly. Like, how the hell is he an actor? He's a tremendous actor, in my opinion. I could be wrong. All right, you guys, bust out your brackets. I just want to get rowdy. Lucas, I want your honest opinions. And, don't be afraid to rock the boat a little bit.
All right.
She's going steady. She's going steady. Chris. Oh, you may go now. Oh, Chris, I forgot you were there.
I just had Bianca see the first time the other day.
About damn time.
Yeah.
One proposal later.
I'm your huckleberry.
Good Lord. What's that?
That and Top Gun. She had never seen that either.
Really?
Yeah.
And that's pretty egregious.
Wait, how is Top Gun not in the last bracket, too?
What's that?
That's 80s movie.
85, Lucas.
85.
It's that. Whoa. Okay, sorry.
Come on, youngster.
You lose.
And Bianca's Instagram video, I just commented on it. She did that, like, speed up video of you guys working in the backyard. I'm like, of course Chris's shirt comes off. Of course his shirt comes off. Isn't it? The tan is looking good, by the by.
Thank you.
I see it. Looking dark, looking crispy. Lucas, you're just naturally dark.
Thanks.
Staying there.
Wow.
You're down in San Jose right now?
No, I'm still in Santa Rosa for now, and then I'm moving to South Bay next week, actually.
Well, hopefully nobody will be on the road.
Redwood City. It's pretty much the burbs of the in-between of SF and San Jose.
You'll be able to go to Stanford games when you're allowed to go back to Stanford games.
Honestly, I'll be able to go to sporting events eventually.
Eventually.
But yeah, I'm still here for the time being, and I am looking forward to the move next week. So,
babe.
Want to make sure we squeeze this in while
squeeze it in there.
Is allowed.
Squeeze it in there, Morty. All right, let's see here. I love that. God, that show deserves its own podcast like episode here.
I
love that.
Episodes.
Oh my! I haven't watched any of the new ones, but I will. Oh, but I will.
There's one that had me dying, but
yeah. Please.
There's been a few bangers in the new season. I'll tell you
there's like the consistency of that show I've never seen before. From the first episode is the same consistency of funny and clever and just outrageous. And, I don't know. Please, before I wet my pants anymore. All right. Our task today is finding out, discovering who, and electing the best 2000s movie in this bracket. Are you guys ready?
Let's.
Hey, also before we even get going, I do want you to fire it off. I do think we should do the whole you should find some way to establish points for each person's face and name. So that ESPN pardon, not PTI. It's what is it?
Around the Horn.
Around the Horn. That's it.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a good idea to put to Photoshop on the faces of who voted for what.
I'm your huckleberry.
I just put take your smile. Is that what you're talking about? Putting saying who voted for which movie, so it's I wouldn't take all the blame for Dumb and Dumber winning.
I like that.
People hated it. All right, very good, very good. We're all gonna be famous, or putting heads. Photoshop was made for putting heads in funny places. It's fabulous. Blah, 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 blah. All right, let us begin. Lettuce, not the vegetable, Lucas. Let us begin. We have.
Sorry. Got it.
All right, let's go to the top left.
Yep.
We have Avatar versus Castaway. We have Sam. Was it Washington? Not Washington.
Worthington.
You have Sigourney Weaver. You have Stephen Lang. You have
Chris, you feel this one, by the way.
Yeah. You want me to take this one?
I'm out.
Please. Is Castaway just not even on your guys' radar?
About movies that you want us to spout off on about, you neglected this one, or you blah blah blah. Yeah. Well, now we're starting off with this one because what the Castaway doing in this bracket?
I don't know. I was like, oh, Tom Hanks. I don't know. It somehow got in there.
When you sent the bracket to us to like kind of do beforehand, I'm like, okay. I didn't actually look to the top left right away, but then my eyes have actually gravitated there, and I saw.
I don't know. I don't even know if it's. I don't even know if it's in the 2000s.
It is. Unfortunately, it at least fit. But
I don't know why. All right, you guys. That's what we like to call a boo boo. That Castaway.
That one kind of hurt me a little bit.
Yeah, I was just
that's where 310. That's where 310 to Yuma should have been, right?
Sure, among other movies, but yes, 310 to Yuma.
Yeah.
But I was just bouncing back and forth. I was like, okay, that's there. And like Castaway popped up. I was like, oh my God.
Okay,
didn't realize I got sent the joke bracket.
I made a boom boom. Okay.
But also, so all the way around it, my reasoning for Avatar is because I'm voting for Avatar, by the way.
Yeah, Avatar.
My reasoning for that is Avatar was like a beautifully done movie. Like, yes, it is all animated for like damn near 99.9% of it, but it changed the way like movies were like looked at for like CGI essentially. And James Cameron put like 15 years into making that movie too. Like,
yeah,
it's
Can you imagine that?
Sorry, what?
No, I was gonna say I could imagine like planning that for that long, having that in your mind, like staying focused. Like, good lord,
it was an enormous technological feat. Pretty damn impressive what he was able to get done with that movie. Granted, yeah, we're not going to talk about acting or anything like that. The story was a complete ripoff of Pocahontas.
Yeah, absolutely, 110%.
In terms of what it was able to accomplish, I think alone would have beat Castaway. Yeah, because I mean, he's doing the exact same thing with the sequel. Like, the CGI wasn't where he needed it to be for the next one, so he had to wait.
Really?
Yeah, no. It's coming out next December, and he had to wait that long just because technology wasn't where he needs it to be to film the movie.
Jesus Christ, are we gonna have like syringes in our arms so we can like feel what they're feeling or something like that?
Probably. It's supposed to take place completely underwater. So.
Wow.
So imagine all that spacey looking trippy underwater.
I like that.
Oh, I'm in.
So
I'm sold.
James Cameron does research for these too, and he built his own submarine that went down deeper than damn near all of the submarines, so he's ready for it.
He went into the Marianas Trench for this.
Yeah. I'll say research
He
been
found the technology. What the hell's like James Cameron?
Jeez. South Park?
Why not? That guy.
Yeah.
That's
just unreal.
That's South Park. That's what you just did was Team America, right? Like Matt Damon.
Matt Damon.
No, there's a South Park episode on James Cameron after he went down into the trench, and like they just like totally riff on him being like the savior that everyone stuff.
Why is it James Cameron? Like, why is he such a joke?
Don't know, but
these are like if he wasn't a movie guy,
hilarious.
he would be like acknowledged, like, oh, that's a very impressive thing, James Cameron. But he also, you guys are sleeping on his most impressive accomplishment. I don't know, impressive is the word, but he married Linda Hamilton.
Yes.
Then divorced Linda Hamilton. Zip.
Notice how she divorced him right after he made all that Titanic money.
Big time Titanic. Oh my God! You know what actor I just absolutely adore in Titanic?
Yes, we know.
Do you guys know?
Yes, we know.
If you replace the first letters, it's Zilly Bain.
God, we'll never understand your obsession.
Zilly.
You want to talk about best body changes? We're gonna go Billy Zane.
Billy f***ing Zane. Did you see his hair get shortened for like just in time for Titanic? Or they
can't wait to hear your Mount Rushmore.
I think you'll be impressed. There ain't no Billy Zanes on that mountain, okay? No Zanes.
Cool.
All right, let us move forward. Good Lord. All right, we have Inception versus Paranormal Activity.
Lucas, I took the last one.
All right. Well, I'm
you
pretty sure.
Yeah, go for it. Go.
I'm pretty sure DiCaprio didn't work one day for Inception as to the total cost of what it took to make Paranormal Activity.
Yeah.
I mean, true.
I I can't stand Paranormal Activity. Really, I think it's like a really below average like film. Unfortunately, like, yes, it's an hour and a half long, and the biggest thing you're watching for the first hour and 15 is a door move back and forth like half an inch.
The reasoning I put it on, like I agree, like yeah, low budget, but I don't recall anything scaring me more, and it was just I feel like it kind of changed how scary movies can be by the way it's done. It like because one of the questions I was going to ask is like, does a higher budget make for a better movie necessarily? And in this case, it could hinder creativity.
Yeah, sometimes a bigger budget will make it worse because then they lean on CGI stuff too much, and it looks like shit. It's not. The authenticity of Paranormal Activity is kind of what sold it, and the fact there wasn't much going on throughout the movie, just the sense of foreboding, you're like on the edge of your seat waiting for something to happen the whole time. Yeah, that was one of the first movies that scared me as a older kid, I guess. I don't know what year that came out, but
we were in college.
No, high school. I was definitely...
No, you were in college. I remember being in San Luis Obispo visiting my buddy Robbie, and like I slept in one like under his like dorm bed. Like I was just so scared. Like I was scared shitless.
Okay.
It was just rising tension to the extreme.
So in my nearing adult life, that's one of the first scary movies I saw.
Yeah.
So no, fair.
And to Paranormal Activity's point as well is that you don't need to overpay for actors in order to have a successful movie there as well.
Correct.
I can't tell you who those people were in that movie, but it didn't matter. Still got you.
What Oh, sorry. Go for it.
No, you go.
Oh, I was gonna say, but how does it compare to Inception though? Like we're like just.
Oh, Inception.
In all ways, it just blows Paranormal Activity like off its hinges. Like it's like Leo DiCaprio. All right, it's already better.
Yeah, no,
already better.
Inception hands down. That was one of the most incredible movies I remember seeing. I actually watched it about a month ago, and there was still new I was finding in it.
I love movies like that.
Understanding it. Maybe I finally understand it. I don't know. I'm sure I'll watch it again, and now I'll understand it.
I can't wait to watch the one that he's coming out with where time is like moving in reverse, and there's like looks like there's time pockets.
Robert Pattinson?
It might be. No, it's this black dude, and it's like they're trying. Oh, that's him. Okay. I'm not sure what. God, what's it called? Like insert or not insert?
Tenet.
Yeah. That I was like.
You know who the lead actor is the son of?
What say you?
Denzel.
Really?
Kid, yeah.
All right, let's check it out. Like I love people's takes on time. Like I like fooling around with it when I'm writing, but like seeing how other people tackle it and like kind of try to rationalize it in terms for the story, like that makes like it's a cool story to play around with. Like this is like I'm talking video games now. There's a Titanfall 2. There's like a level where it's like you can click a button and it's like you go back in time and then you're forward in time where this facility is all like ruined. And then if you click it backward in time, it's all new and it's fresh. And it's like you have to solve these puzzles, get through the game by like flipping back in time and shit. Like pretty like straightforward, but Tenet looks fucking sick.
Yes, hopefully that does not get delayed.
Hopefully.
God willing. But
what does hope get us? Blah, blah, blah. Inception for sure.
Inception gets a vote. He told such a unique. Okay.
But we can at least tip the cap to get out of here, Lucas.
Well, Aaron, that's what you just did to Chris.
That was essentially it.
Get out of here, Chris.
Okay.
No, it was like I wanted to just man. The internet breaks up sometimes. I don't hear. Maybe you said something profound. I'm not exactly sure what you heard, so I'm like, we'll just move on. It's my plan B. It's my ejector seat. We have A Beautiful Mind versus Pirates of the Caribbean.
Okay.
Like these ones, like I can't believe they made the cut. I mean, come on. Come on.
They definitely made the cut.
You think so?
Yes.
I think they both rightfully deserved. I don't even know if I gave you like in terms of when we were like throwing movies out there for the bracket. I think I may have overlooked Pirates. I know I put A Beautiful Mind on there, but Pirates.
I think you might have put Pirates.
Pirates was the nice addition. Yeah, fuck, I don't even know where to begin on this one. Pirates. That was like, I remember that was the first PG-13 movie Disney ever made, and that was kind of Disney's first foray in like the modern times of like, hey, we can do serious movies too. We can like put some stuff that has a little bit of an edge to it.
Mm-hmm.
And god damn, that was just a kick-ass summer blockbuster. Like that movie,
So
I think
sick.
that's one of the only movies I've seen multiple times in theaters. That movie
really?
was kick-ass. I think I watched it. It's probably about a year ago now, but I still love that movie wholeheartedly. Everything about that movie is cool.
Hashtag Johnny Depp.
I'll say, so
Johnny,
are you
like,
putting the flame out on A Beautiful Mind?
what's
Am I
that?
what?
Are you putting the flame out on A Beautiful Mind? Are you survive? Are you casting that
It
off
is.
Gallon?
My vote is Pirates. My vote is Pirates.
Arr!
I like A Beautiful Mind. That was a cool movie.
It's like, I love Russell Crowe's silly little nerd man, but you don't beat Captain Jack Sparrow. You don't beat
sorry.
it.
Captain Jack, you got Keira Knightley.
Kira. Hey, I'm an Orlando. Hey,
Even peak Orlando Bloom was in that movie.
that was peak Orlando Bloom.
And by peak, I mean his 5-year window.
Yeah, peak is like a hill in fucking winter. Peak is like a mountain in winters. It's a hill, you know.
True.
Like, it's
Man, that was I don't know why this name came to mind, but I feel like it was like a far shorter peak of Joseph Gordon-Levitt. He was in Dark Knight Rises. He's Don John. He was in
Looper.
commercials. What's that?
Looper.
Looper, Inception.
Yep. He had his moment.
It was the world was lousy with Joseph Gordon-Levitt.
There was
Now-
a lot of.
Where is he now? Where is he?
But no, my vote actually goes Pirates on this movie.
Pirates.
I think that movie stands the test of time better, but like I think it made a greater impact on cinema and people in that time frame.
It was super well done too. Like, talk about, they could have done so much CGI, which they they had the money to like the Tortuga and all that, but it was they did it just to see it. Like I remember just watching the pirates like walking underwater was just the coolest thing I've ever seen in my life. But why wouldn't they let them turn back into mortals and then kill the out of them when they crawl out of the cave? Well.
Like I said, this was Disney basically showing everyone, like, hey, we can do like a big action blockbuster too, with a little bit of edge, not all our fairy tale princess movies. And it freaking worked.
So
I'll say,
out of matchups, this is one of the ones that in the first round I had like the biggest time struggling with too, because A Beautiful Mind is debatably one of like the best most well done movies I've seen. You know, it's like it's captivating. There's great acting. There's a
Paul Bettany.
And it talks about an issue that people don't talk about.
Yeah.
Narnia, there you go. It's all there. And it wraps up a whole bunch of stuff going on at the same time. But I thought it was going to be a hot take, taking Pirates of the Caribbean over it.
Oh,
still,
okay.
And
all
it
right.
turns out it's unanimous.
Yeah.
So,
Yes. Very well. Not a hot take, sir.
For reasons that I mentioned,
Well, no.
I'll say all for reasons mentioned before is that like the certain cinematography, what it means. We'll get more into like more details about why Pirates later on, but
Yep.
just saying.
I'm riding the Depp train on that reasoning of just like I don't think we'll ever see a performance. It was just and Pirates, like what a very unique storyline and one like I'm always like juiced to see that movie on. I'm like, let's go Pirates. Like the first one though, like the rest of them, like I don't know. The first one I'd say stands alone is just a fabulous movie, regardless of whatever sequels follow it.
Absolutely.
Regardless of whatever goes in its wake. Water. What the f*** was I gonna ask? So about don't sleep on Ed Harris in A Beautiful Mind as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Valid.
I don't think it. I feel like this movie is rated just as it should be, but nobody really talks about it. I don't even know if I've seen this movie all the way through. Appaloosa with Ed Harris and Viggo Mortensen.
Viggo Mortensen.
Viggo, what is he doing? What are they doing there? They take on like this building, like bad guys at the end. Just what is that movie? Appaloosa. I don't understand.
Yeah, that one. Yeah, all-star cast, but I don't know how that kind of fell through the cracks.
Sometimes you just fumble at the 1 yard line, Adrian Peterson.
Yes.
All right, this next one's gonna be fun. We got Dark Knight versus Casino Royale.
This is one of those rare moments in any tournament, whatever sport it may be, whether it be NBA playoffs or NFL playoffs, when you're seeing two juggernauts face off mistakenly in the first round. It's like
mistakenly,
it's
sir.
wild. These are both tremendously done movies.
Yes.
I'll say it's like it's like 2 1 seeds that somehow end up like slamming into each other.
That chase scene in the first, like in the beginning, like not only like the intro is pretty well done, but that like it's like that dude Daniel Craig
runs through a wall.
That's what I'm gonna say. Like the guy like slips through some like a vent like this big. Daniel Craig says, he's supposed to be this suave guy. No.
Yeah, and I love that scene because that just was literally the first, obviously, Daniel Craig James Bond, but that was Daniel Craig asserting that he's a different kind of James Bond by doing that.
Totally.
By any means necessary. I don't give a
And to Lucas's point, this was my new Dumb and Dumber and Jurassic Park matchup. You gave me from the first time I saw this was legitimately the first match I saw, and my first thought was, right here, like, you. I hated this matchup so much.
That's a toughie. Especially after like the first couple. Like, I'll lay myself under the bus.
Softball tosses to start the bracket, and then you give me the goddamn juggernaut. Yeah.
Hit you with a pitch. I'm gonna hit you. Dude, Casino, even like he has that Bond swat, like point in case. That guy says, "Oh, park my car," and he goes, knocks over the rail, starts off all the alarms, and then just tosses it. Like that's Bond. Like he's so suave. Yes. I love I watched that movie. I pretty much stopped watching it after he wins because it kind of like trails off a little bit. Like he goes to Venice. Like it's whatever. The movie ends, but that. Just all the poker scenes. For some reason, I just get off on him. What's the guy's name? Mads
Nicholson.
I'm on his bandwagon. I don't mind seeing him on film. I like it.
I don't see him in enough.
No, he's crying.
The poker scene alone solidifies that movie as a gold mine.
Yeah. Wait, did you see how much he tipped the dealer out? He like tosses him one of those blue squares. I'm like, you just tipped that man $500,000.
Yeah, it's a good gig.
Big.
You think Felix there was like, fuck, I paid you again?
He uses them as coasters. Oh, hold on, you guys. I gotta show off.
What these are?
I got House Lannister.
Nice.
Got Baratheon. Got these fucking northerly and of course Targaryens. And my buddy brought it up that this quarantine is hindering production on the prequel Game of Thrones series with the Targaryens.
I did forget about that. Side note, you know who would have been the perfect Rhaegar?
Who?
Heath Ledger. For those who read the books, I think he would have been perfect.
You didn't have to do it, Chris. You didn't have to.
I'm just saying, he would have been.
Unnecessary, like that was entirely.
It's even related. We're talking about the Dark Knight. Like, no. This is
hold on. Let's leave Chris alone on the screen, Lucas. Get out of the screen.
Shame.
Screen shame this guy. Scream. Shame. Chris, God damn it.
You're being flagged. Red card. You're out.
Red card. Get this guy out of
here.
Well,
there's monkeys out here.
I'll say, Aaron, you gotta mute him. You gotta find a way to mute him.
Oh my God, there's no stopping him. He's out of control.
You're in the penalty box.
Oh my God.
I stand the hell by it.
All right, so back to Casino Royale and Dark Knight.
Let's try to move on.
Heath Ledger.
Starring Heath Ledger. Yeah, I guess. It's more. There is no Heath Ledger. There is only Joker. There is no Heath Ledger. There was Joker. Gary Oldman's in that movie. Christian Bale. And I mean, I was gonna say butt chin. He's in there. God, it's just. I remember just rewatching that movie, and just fast forwarding to the parts with the Joker. Like I've never just been so obsessed with something like that to that degree. Like Captain Jack, yeah, but it's like, yeah, he was great throughout, but it's like you only get so much Joker in it, and it's just, I don't know. Like it's like when he like breaks in the "Good evening, ladies," like he like tosses the champagne, drinks it. Are you seen Harvey? You seen him around? Like,
yep, no,
fat?
I don't know if there's some Dumb and Dumber action going here. I'm just gonna straight up load my bazooka and take the Dark Knight on this one because I love Casino Royale. I like a standalone Bond movie is just one of the best, if not the best Bond movie, aside from Skyfall, perhaps. It's just like there wasn't a performance in Casino Royale, and plus like the last half hour Casino Royale really loses me with its Vespa and like they kind of. It's like it's such a brilliant movie, and then like they finish it, like it makes sense, but I didn't really like buy what was going on. It was kind of like I just wasn't sure what she was doing and what was causing the hatred and all that. Like she sold herself off or something like that to save James.
I agree. At the end of Casino Royale, the storytelling got a little looser. It wasn't quite as clear what was happening, but I don't have the same complaint. I still love the movie. Fully. But I will go Dark Knight as well. A, Heath Ledger, but B, that movie kind of made the world take superhero movies a little more seriously.
Oh, that brought it in.
Wow.
I can hear you.
That changed the way people can do them, but it can be serious as well. I know Batman Begins wasn't the same tone, but Dark Knight kind of solidified it.
Right.
And kind of changed the way they're viewed going forward. Meanwhile, maybe if the Daniel Craig James Bond films have been stronger overall, instead of hit and miss like they are, I might be inclined to go Casino Royale, but no.
Not this time.
Despite that being my favorite Bond film, I think Dark Knight wins the vote here.
It's so much of it is largely like the reason that the hero movies are now taken seriously. Like there's a reason Dark Knight is not the same as Iron Man. It's like Tony Stark gets captured and put in a cave by terrorists. Like that's some pretty real shit. But it's like maybe it's Christopher Nolan. Maybe it's just the way they're shot. Like it's more raw.
Yeah,
it's everything. You got Christian Bale, Heath Ledger, and Nolan all making art.
It's a beautiful movie.
I'm gonna let you guys shoot your wad on Dark Knight. I'm in the same boat. Dark Knight's absolutely my choice, but I have
unanimous. Let's go.
I have different reasons for it, but I'm gonna keep them to myself for the time being. I will, just for the sake of argument, because you guys are clearly having a circle jerk over one.
It's was a Dutch rudder or whatever.
Yeah.
This isn't gay.
It's not gay.
I will fully announce and be confident with my statement that the James Bond girl is significantly a better reason to watch that movie than Dark Knight. Because I'm sorry, Maggie Gyllenhaal.
What's wrong with Maggie?
Significantly.
If I'm Batman, I show up at that warehouse, I'm like, good. I made the right choice.
Thank God I can have sex with Harvey. That butt chin.
I'll say we're talking like way better looking like in the first movie as opposed to the second. Significantly huge drop off there. Really disappointing. Christopher Nolan, phenomenal job as director. Terrible choice.
Well, even compared to the first movie, Casino Royale comes in.
Casino Royale better than Batman Begins.
Yes.
Even with Liam Neeson.
Yes, I will still go with Casino Royale.
And we got just as a little supplementary question: who's the best Alfred? I want to say Mike. It's Michael Caine, right? I don't even know the other guys' names. No, Jeremy Irons. Jeremy Irons.
Yeah.
I followed you, Master Way. Some men just want to watch the world burn.
No, Jeremy Irons has an edge to him. Like he's not just gonna take it. He's gonna like put you in check too.
Like that's an Alfred that could kill some bitch. Like he can take a hand.
He did.
God, Aaron, I want to give you Michael Caine. Also underrated voice for narration. Side note.
Michael Caine.
Yeah. But at the same time, that scene when when Michael Caine is like crying over the tombs of Thomas.
I failed you.
It's like, oh, that's real. Because he's like, yeah, I failed you. Like I didn't do it, and I'm like, damn, that's real right there. I love it. I was all in. But Jeremy Irons is the butler that like stands tall towards like what you're looking for now.
Yep.
A better butler than Jeffrey? from Fresh Prince.
Oh.
Hold on. Here's a question. Have you guys ever seen Zulu with Michael Caine in it, where he's a British soldier and they're like at this fort in Africa and they have to hold off wave after wave of these Zulu warriors? It's fucking intense. It's like, typical 60s movie, like 5 hours, but it's just hit like a young, blonde, curly Michael Caine, and he's killing the shit out of people. It's intense. Yeah, you got something to do tonight there, boy. All right, good you guys. Good moving on. Other side. Dark Knight. Dumbledore. Okay. Okay. I finished There Will Be Blood, Chris. Nice. And that movie, I like today. Finished it this morning. Today, I would say like that movie is known because of Daniel Day-Lewis. If you have anybody else in there, that movie is just kind of just lost in the tidal wave of other movies. Daniel Day-Lewis, Jesus Christ.
Yes, that like if you're showing someone what acting is, that might be the movie to show them. I will fully admit I didn't even like that movie that much the first time I saw it. It was just dry, kind of tough to get through, but it felt intense the whole way through because of Daniel Day-Lewis.
I feel like I'm kind of scared around it because I know he's a method actor, and that's one of my questions, like how intimidating would it be, even for a little boy, to act with this guy who's so intense in his craft that there is nothing else but that character for as long as the movie takes.
You should hear stories about him during games in New York.
Is there like YouTube videos of it, like interviews and
No, just
word of mouth.
And there was actually someone at Sonoma who we knew. Oh, Starkey. Remember him?
Not particularly.
Okay. His uncle worked on the set of Gangs in New York. And
oh, really?
Like, I was scared to just be around him because he was in Bill the Butcher mode the entire time. So, yeah.
Yeah, because there's no doubt about it. Daniel Day-Lewis, tremendous actor, and if he doesn't break character from sun up to sundown, yeah, that's going to be a hard person to be around because Bill the Butcher is absolutely a character that, like...
How do you talk to him like, hey, Bill, so we're making a movie here, and what I need you to do is perhaps... like that's one guy, he could like take the entire monologue he has and just do it himself. Yep. You let Daniel Day-Lewis do that. It's... I don't know. How that'd be hard is, like, I wonder if he, like, snaps to... I'm sure he's not dumb. It's just like, okay, he's giving me instruction on what he thinks should happen. But
you could have subbed There Will Be Blood with Gangs of New York, actually, in this category.
I bet I could have. I mean, you mentioned it. I mean, it is a good movie. I don't know if it like won Oscars or whatever. The one thing I did not like, there's like that actor, that Eli kid, that kind of preachy, like the kind of crazy. I'm the false prophet. Just killed that last scene where he's just.
Hey,
I feel like. What's that?
No, sorry, go on.
Oh, I just feel like if I watch it again, because I feel like there's so much symbolism in there. And like that random guy that shows up and says, I'm your brother, his son goes deaf. Like, what do these things mean? Like, what is, like, in the era where he's just sucking the blood out of the earth, he hates people, but he's like this weird ambiguous character where he's like this nice guy and then he like turns into a maniac at the end. Like,
I don't think the movie it's trying to say anything. I feel like that movie is more just a character study of him. It's not necessarily the story that's important. It's what he's doing and following him through all this. And his motivations is like he will get the oil. That is the only thing he's after. And he is just a singularly focused individual.
It's like, I feel like the interactions with the other people in his life, like they have to represent something. Or maybe I'm thinking too much into it. Like maybe it's just like, here's a story, like, I don't know. It was just super well done. Kind of like just shows how easily people got killed back then. Like your work just gets smacked in the head. But that kid really wasn't his. Like, did it belong to the guy that got killed in the beginning? And he took him for like, okay, this will make it easier to sell oil or sell like buy the whatever.
Singularly focused.
Oh my god, you're a bastard in a basket. A bastard in a. Oh my god. Excuse me.
Yep.
Sorry. Anyways, all right. So I see just Daniel Day-Lewis there, not There Will Be Blood. I remember seeing Troy as a lad in 2002 with my father, Benjamin Gertz, first of his name, and I went and saw a most bronze, probably most physically fit Brad Pitt we've ever seen, and Eric Bana yoked a little, like, you know, sizzle dick Orlando Bloom. You got Brian Cox out there as Agamemnon, Sean Bean. You get the most glory, like that beginning kill. Like, okay, like that is why nobody will remember your name. I wouldn't want to fight him. Like there's so many great quotes, including "You sack of wine." The fighting in that is incredible. The story, it's like classic. We know it's gonna happen. They make it happen. The tragedy happened. Like it's that fight. Almost like, I'm sorry, almost done. That fight between Hector and the fight between Eric Bana. Like that is such a badass fight. And like
Hector v Achilles fight is debatably my favorite one-on-one fight of any movie.
That is so good.
So badass. The second he like rides out of camp, you're like, oh, it's about to go down. Like, holy shit. Okay.
Best warrior of Troy versus best warrior in Greece. Let's go.
It is kick ass.
And then it was over.
I will say, like, after that fight, though, that movie does start to lose me. Like, if I stopped watching after that, I'm okay.
Well, like it ends, I feel like, the way it should have. It didn't completely fall out, but it's just like, okay, we know what's going to happen. The Greeks sneak in, yada, yada, yada. Everybody's dying, but, like, they end the love story till, they end it.
Yeah, no.
I wouldn't say I hate it as much as Casino Royale. Like, not hated Casino Royale, but ended in due time or due process.
My vote's Troy.
Troy? I'm glad you guys are on board with that. I'm glad. Oh, well, Chris?
I was going into this with the mindset of there will be blood.
Will there?
But I will vote Troy.
Troy, let's go.
So,
such a good movie. I'm glad.
It's tough because my love for Daniel Day-Lewis it's quite high.
It's okay. He got an Oscar for it, Chris. It's all good.
He has 3.
Just like,
no.
3. It's just
sorry,
like
3.
No. 3. Always the wrong number. Always the wrong number of fingers. You should know this.
This was an Inglourious Basterds reference.
Oh my God.
So it's okay.
No. On the podcast, we use the wrong number. Like, 4, 5, 8.
Yeah,
whatever.
I kind of go like a movie you missed, but that's fine.
I feel like animation needs to be in a separate league.
Yeah,
otherwise
Troy
Shrek would have took the house.
Yes, but animated would be of all time. I feel like you can't do that by decade.
Idiot. They're getting better. Yeah. Lucas disappeared, but that's okay. We can move on without him, eh? All right, we have The Departed.
We know his vote. Yes.
Departed versus Hoyt with Jeremy Renner and nobody else except a bunch of bombs.
Hey, it's got the Falcon in it.
It does?
Yeah, he's a buddy who he goes into their team and gets all super pissed that he's like the new guy. He butts heads with when he goes and joins the new team. Yeah, that's Anthony Mackie.
Mackie. Did you guys enjoy him in Dark Mirror?
I don't enjoy Anthony Mackie.
Black Mirror. You don't?
No.
But Chris, he's so delightful. He's a funny guy.
It's what?
He's comic relief as Falcon. He's in Real Steel, if I may throw that out.
You may not, sir. You can take that one back.
Sorry.
Hey, Chris, he asked if he could throw it out.
May I throw out the Real Steel? Hugh Jackman chiseled Real Steel. Yes, Chris. You love Hugh Jackman. You love Real Steel. That's no lie. That's Real Steel.
Real Steel, okay? Let's be fully honest.
I would turn on my air conditioning unit in here, but the charger's already overloaded with so many other little plugs, so we're just not going to brown this bitch out. Gentlemen, your thoughts on Departed or Hoyt-Lake? What do you got?
This one does not really even come close for me.
Departed!
Yes.
Leo!
Yeah. Yes.
God, how much did the cast cost alone on that movie?
A bushload of apples.
I'll be honest, it was closer for me than it sounds like it was for both of you guys. Hurt Locker, it's not even like my favorite war movie, but I'm a sucker for Hawkeye. I like Jeremy Renner. He's cool. He's
I loved him since SWAT. I loved him since SWAT. What's that?
Hurt Locker's another good. You glitched, and so I was kind of mimicking you. Hurt Locker's another good. It's another good character study, where it doesn't really matter what the story is. You're just following his character and his motivation.
Oh, I see you.
Yeah, so I do like and enjoy that movie, but yeah, it's not even close to my favorite war movie. It does have Kate from Lost in it, so that kind of helps. But no, Departed's like one of my all-time favorite movies. So
we'll go unanimous Departed. But honestly, Departed is not one of my favorite movies. Like crazy cast, delightful. I'm more keen. I probably have more insight on Hurt Locker itself. Of just like it's not the best war movie. Yes, I'd agree with that. But its take, it's like reality. It's like all IEDs. That's all it is. And like I hate to say, American Sniper might not be the most accurate portrayal. Maybe a little like I don't know. I feel like it's who am I to say? Like I've been in combat. I don't know, IEDs and just like that kind of warfare of like sneakiness and whatnot. It just kind of set the tone. I wouldn't say it's like groundbreaking, but what's that?
The PTSD side of things is real, and it's a great job of bringing that to light.
I would say for war movie.
Do it. Pull the trigger. What are you gonna say?
Why did I put in Hurt Locker when I should have put in Black Hawk Down?
I was actually thinking that originally.
That was a pretty big F up on your part. Thanks for inviting us.
Yeah, because Black Hawk Down's got a banger of a cast, and it's a super intense movie. And the femur scene, wow. Like, it still grosses me out.
Yeah, it's pretty gross.
It's just squirting him in the eye.
Yeah.
That's such a good movie. Eric Bana, Orlando Bloom, Tom Hardy, Josh Hart. I guess Josh Hartnett, but
I'll come in defense.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
I'll come in your defense here. You could have put Black Hawk Down there. I'm still voting Departed.
I appreciate that, but the fact that Black Hawk Down's not on there, it's 2001. Huh? I might have gone, honestly, Black Hawk Down. That's a movie that I watched. I would have gone Black Hawk Down. All right, since Black Hawk Down over Departed, in my opinion. So good. Yeah. I'm going Black Hawk Down over Departed. It's so intense. It's so intense. Hot take?
I'm pulling up my bracket here because now I gotta change.
No, you don't gotta change it. Departed wins. But if Black Hawk Down was there, I would go with that.
Whoa.
Holy shit.
We're in a parallel universe now, boys. Parallel.
That was like when you're playing Smash Bros. You finally make it through the campaign, and all of a sudden it's like, stranger appears.
New challenger. It's a silhouette, and it's Black Hawk Down.
Yeah, it's
Orlando Blue. Oh,
we could have had Eric Bana v. Eric Bana here.
This is my safety, sir.
I don't know. For some reason, Black Hawk Down is like a soft spot for me, but yes, we'll go Departed.
That's interesting. I don't even know if Black Hawk Down's my top 3 war movies.
Really?
Yeah.
Explain yourself. Elaborate.
It's good. I like how it.
Give me your top 3.
Oh, number 1 is Fury.
Yeah.
Ooh.
I love that movie.
Ooh, let's go, Fury.
That movie just, oh my god, it hits me.
Yeah.
Saving Private Ryan has to be on there.
Why does it have to be on? That's not your favorite, goddammit, Chris, and it ain't your favorite.
No, but I do like it. It's just the way other people always talk about it. Like, I don't know. I try to keep it in check a little bit more.
Yeah.
Lone Survivor.
As modern war movies go, that's very good.
The story hits me. I mean, the way he loses all of his partners throughout the movie, like I'm borderline tearing up at each individual one. And then at the very end, when it shows, you got the Peter Gabriel's cover song over all the guys who actually lost their lives during that mission.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
You're on Ironside. Eric Bana again going in there and getting killed in that helicopter crash. That's crazy. Hey, I'm not gonna lie. I'm a Ben Foster guy. I enjoy Ben Foster.
Oh,
Me too.
yeah.
Me too.
Charlie Prince.
He's an underrated actor too.
Oh my God, he's really good.
I'll be honest, like, maybe this might be another hot take that I didn't think we'd actually even get to. I don't think Saving Private Ryan's in my top 3.
No?
I mean, I'm totally okay with that.
No, because I am a huge, huge fan of American Sniper.
Yeah. That's good. Oh,
Yeah.
if I may rock the boat a little bit.
Honestly, this is another one that I don't think that.
Huh?
Lucas?
What?
Lucas, what'd you say?
Round out my top 3 between. Round out my top 3 is going to be, like we talked about, Fury is my number 1. I'm in the same boat. It's just a banger of a movie. And then American Sniper. But my third is going to be a movie that no one really talks about or gives enough love to, Dunkirk.
I haven't seen it yet. Haven't seen Dunkirk.
Dude, watch Dunkirk full volume going on your TV. You will
Solid.
feel fucking weird afterwards. Like,
Solid.
Yeah.
I dig on World War II movies.
And that is a unique twist with the Nolan style storytelling. So that is, can't argue that one. That's
any love for the Patriot?
For me, after Fury and Lone Survivor, like number 3 is totally up for grabs. I have no clear choice for number 3.
Patriot at all?
Huh?
Patriot at all?
Does that count? I didn't know if we were talking about like modern.
It's a 2000. I mean, it made it in 2000, son.
I feel like we're looking at a Venn diagram here, like war movies and Patriot, and it's like in that gray area in the middle.
Does a Patriot count?
We'll keep it, modern, like within the century, like.
Yeah. Okay, so we have Departed moving on, or did we sub in?
Depart. Yeah, you can't. It's already been posted on the gram. I posted on the gram on Sunday. Her Locker's in there.
I'll take the sub. Really... Subbed Mean Girls out, so
Mean Girls. The limit does not exist, Chris.
All right, so you tell me what are we doing?
Sorry, we'll keep Departed.
Yeah, no, we have to keep Departed.
Keep Departed.
Departed is a great choice for that category too.
Okay,
it's a great movie.
Cool. So next one is.
Speaking of the Patriot, we have the Patriot versus Gladiator. I think we know who wins here, but I would like to hear opinions nonetheless. Give me your insight.
I
said no!
Contrary to the flag behind me, Gladiator's my W here because Gladiator is one of the best movies of all time, in my opinion, too. It has me engaged from the moment till it starts, the moment it's over, which happens to be like 3 hours later, but I'm
3 hours. Phenomenal 3 hours.
Russell Crowe made me interested in movies.
Naughty.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Look at you.
Yeah. It's funny. We watched this at work the other week over the course of the work week. And it's funny. This is one of those movies that I think is maybe one of the first dramatic movies I saw where I'm like, oh, I can appreciate cinema, like actual quality movies at this point. And I remember Russell Crowe winning Best Actor, and I'm like, oh my God, this dude's the man. Like, he does such a good job. And we watched it again. I'm like, you know what? I remember Russell Crowe being like a better actor in this movie. Which I get why he won, and the movie itself was it's still incredible.
Unparalleled. It stands up today. From 2000, that movie is 20 years old and still stands up.
Totally. No disagreement. It was just more him in particular. I'm like, it's not that he did bad. I'm just like, I remember him being really good before, but maybe I don't want modern Russell Crowe team my brain. And it doesn't help too that I remember thinking back then that Joaquin did better in that movie than he did. And I still 100% think that.
You think so?
Even more so now.
I like that.
Yeah,
but
Joaquin, that I don't know. I might say that's a hot take. That might be a hot take.
No. Joaquin should have won for that movie. Absolutely.
I like
naughty
that you actually bring this up because frankly, Russell Crowe's character's diagram in that is pretty much subtle.
He has one emotion.
You have to have the entire brooding.
It's not super diverse, but that's his character. That is Maximus. Like, he is a soldier. Like he has endured some shit. like that. It's kind of cliche how stoic his character is, which might be like that's like I'm out for vengeance, like father to a murdered son, husband to a murdered wife. Like
that was the first monologue I ever really memorized.
Yeah,
I'm sure I got that one down. I love The Patriot. I am actually a Mel Gibson fan when it comes to
big Mel Gibson.
Give me
I love
American
Mel.
Revolution all day, every day.
Heath Ledger.
Lucius Malfoy.
Oh my God, so good. The guy that plays Colonel my God, not Havington. In general, the guy Cornwallis. Who plays Cornwallis in that movie?
I can't remember his name, but seen him in a ton.
A British actor. I love me some British actors.
And give me anything American Revolution, and I love the movie. It's a little long, but great revenge / revolutionary story.
So cheesy.
It does pale in comparison to Gladiator.
Indeed, it's just taken in the shade.
This was another first round matchup that I wasn't like too stoked about because frankly the Patriot doesn't deserve to get knocked out in the first round.
No, it does not.
I would say not.
Neither did Jurassic Park.
No, it didn't. No, the one thing I will say about like just to re-suck Gladiator is the simplicity of the story, and I don't mean that to like knock it down. But it's like he's betrayed. It's a revenge mission. He will have his vengeance, and it's like, okay, how is he gonna do this as a gladiator? Like, and it's just like that the lifestyle of a gladiator, and like just I don't know, it's simple, but the context, the ingredients are so rich. It's like you're having a delicious cheeseburger, but everything is just the best of quality.
But it's also like it goes to show like the like characteristics of Roman soldiers there, where it's like stoic and like no matter what's going on, you do your mission. And at the same time, he undergoes like a ton of hardship and it's a lot of humility involved. He goes from like being like top-notch general, like forefront of the army, down to gladiator. Whoa.
It's like I love that. So that first scene when they're in the forest, where he's like, "Men," he's like, "If you find yourself in Elysium, you don't worry," or like if you're walking in fields, you don't worry, you're in Elysium and you're already dead. And they're just like juiced. He leads those men. It's like I love that he's acting like a leader. Like I feel it from him. Like he's a leader. And then he does it again in that first time they're in the big, like in the Coliseum. He's commanding the men like single column. Like he's a leader. I love it. Love that crow. Like he's acting like a leader, which is crazy. It's if somebody's full of shit, I'm gonna sniff it out. Like, am I gonna believe Macaulay Culkin's a leader in the Coliseum? Like, no. Like I'm just saying. Like, I'm just saying. Not everybody can act like a leader. Like it's I don't know, it's just who he is, and just maybe a little swagger or arrogance about him that made like there's some kind of it factor about Russell in that role.
It's the whole like I'll say first like one of the first few lines in this movie is like, "At my command, unleash hell." I'm like, oh, here we go.
Does any other line give you a little chub like that one does?
But that being said, like you bring up a good point with like Heath Ledger and the Patriot is like this bracket is pretty much just how do we scatter Heath Ledger all across the board, like
or Eric Bana. We come close to Eric Bana being across.
Dude, we have Eric Bana. I love him. I love that guy. Australian.
I was saying, how do you just like scatter Eric Bana into movies? It's like that's not easy to do. It doesn't happen.
My guy. It's my guy. All right, I think we're gonna have fun with this one, at least, because I'm not exactly sure which way I'm gonna slide on this one. We have Training Day with going up against No Country for Old Men.
Yeah, I saw this matchup and was intrigued, kind of to see my own answer because these are both movies I don't think I've seen. I know I've never seen No Country for Old Men more than once. Mm-hmm. Training Day, maybe 1.5. I know it's not 2. So that was an interesting matchup for me to start with because I had no freaking idea where I was going to go. And the interesting thing about those two to me is the thing that stands out about both isn't the story or what happens, blah, 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 but it's the two individual performances. You got Denzel on Training Day and Anton Chigurh by Javier Bardem in No Country.
Oh my God.
Outside of that, though,
crazy.
Rest of the movies, I can happen both. Both were incredible. So to me, it kind of broke down on who I thought did better.
I thought you were going to go with Ethan Hawke.
Don't sleep on Ethan Hawke, Chris. Come on now. Come on now. Thank you, Lucas.
I wanted No Country to have a fighting chance. I didn't want it just to be a complete wash.
Hold on. Do you know what No Country? Do you know what Training Day has that No Country doesn't? Eva Mendes, boobies.
Oh, yeah, that helps too.
Snoop Dogg, Dr. Dre, Terry Crews. He's in it for a minute.
Yes.
Even Training Day has a segment on like a sound effect on the show where you just hear the gunshot. Oh, you son of a bitch! Shot me in the ass.
Shot me in the ass.
I love that line. Angry Denzel. I mean, Denzel's a guy. This might be a hot take. Same guy in every movie, but he's able to like adjust the intensity of that guy to fit the character. Like he's just angry, goes around, handles business. He beats people up. If there's bad guys to beat up, and he did beat up a bad guy in what's it called? Remember the Titans, and that's called adversity. He beat the shit out of adversity, made it his bitch.
Nice.
And they moved on. But No Country was like. Bardem was such like he's an unstoppable force, right? Like there's no escaping him. Oh my God, Josh Brolin, Woody Harrelson, Woody's in there. He gets the business. Everybody gets the business. Tommy Lee Jones, when his like I could still see his eyes. His eyes are sagging
He's
so
like
much.
Anton Chigurh's like a Michael Myers or Jason Voorhees from back in the.
God damn, he really is.
Methodically going through everything to get to his target.
He really is. There's nothing that can stop him.
So that I'm voting Training Day though.
Really?
Yes.
I'll agree. I'll go with you.
I'm going against.
Oh.
I'm going against the green man. I'm a No Country for Old Man because like.
There's no shame in that. There's no shame.
Like I'm not rooting for one person or another by the end of the movie. Like I'm not stoked about Tommy Lee Jones not Tommy Lee Jones, Josh Brolin.
Really?
He's not a good guy in the movie. He stole the money. Like he's not.
Yeah. From bad guys, he's like a Robin Hood.
Yeah, exactly. And at the same.
I got you for 3 minutes. 3 minutes of
time. And I don't know. I thought No Country for Old Men was like all in all like a little bit better movie, but Denzel's final line. His like final monologue in Train Days, like King Kong, motherfucker.
Talk about intensity though on screen. Like that guy is just being around being a little intimidating. Just like how crazy that his character Alonzo is in Training Day. It's just like he people. Like he's been a bad guy for a long time. Like Snoop Dogg's paralyzed because of him. It's wild. Yeah. It's wild. So we're going Training Day then? Sorry, Lucas.
Wow. All right. By all means.
Yeah.
Unpopular opinions. It's fine.
No, there's no room for unpopular opinions here. Only mainstream. Which I feel like none of our opinions are. I feel like we're contrary. Gents, we are.
Well, then Black Hawk Down would have beat Departed.
That one would have hurt me. I'm not going to lie. That one would have actually hurt me a bit.
It's like, that's what I would have voted Black Hawk Down, but in my heart of hearts, I know, like, well, Departed's the better movie, but it's like I don't have much to say. I just kind of feel like the overall goodness of it is better.
Well, no, and that's where I think kind of the whole – I like doing our brackets because, yes, you talk to cinephiles out there and they'll talk about, oh, The Irishman was such a good movie. And, like, that was better than, Interstellar or whatever other type of big-budget blockbuster you want to throw out there. Like, those are superhero movies or things of that ilk. But those are a part of cinema, too. And just because they're a different genre doesn't make them not good.
Right.
So – I kind of get a little frustrated when people automatically exclude big blockbusters. Like Jaws broke open movies for everyone.
Mm-hmm.
And that's still like that wouldn't win much nowadays because people would be like, oh well, it's not that dramatic. It's not like film. It's blah blah blah. It's not 1917. But like, guess what? More people are going to want to see Jaws. So I get frustrated with that general notion that the movies have to be a certain way to be considered one of the best.
I kind of equate it to, check out the original Star Wars compared to the prequels or the new sequels or whatever. It's like I feel like there's so much money pumped into the CGI in those movies. Like maybe that didn't make up for the horrendous acting or why they were the way they were. But yeah, it's got like I kind of feel the same way about video games. Like there's some N64 games I feel like are better than modern day games. It's just like, yeah, the quality of the graphics are not as good, but the overall fun and just how enjoyable the game is, which like a movie, like graphics aren't the best or whatever. That's why I like Vikings so much, that show. Like, it's not the biggest budget, but they make do with amazing acting and the right ingredient, like the storytelling, all that
Yep.
Doesn't need to be big time, but as long as you have, oh man, I wish Travis Fimmel was in more stuff. The guy who plays Ragnar.
I feel like he will be. I feel like he will be.
Well, when my book gets turned into a Netflix original series, he's definitely getting a spot, and he's going to be one of my guys. Absolutely, I'll have him on a first name basis.
Make it happen.
I'm gonna make it. Working on it, boys. That's the goal.
Round 2.
All right, round 2, gents. Thank you, Chris.
Give me round 2.
All right, now let's get serious. Let's get serious a little bit. We have Avatar versus Inception.
Hadouken!
Now we're talking. That's like, see, you had to put up with the bullshit to get to the fucking juice.
Well, we had to weed out the weak ones.
Those are the sacrificial lambs. Really?
Yes.
Really? All right, let's hear these goddamn opinions.
Well, you got one that is a technological feat with a weak plot and a pretty decent cast versus a movie with a top-tier cast, tight-knit storytelling, and kind of similar level, not CGI, but visual effects in terms of making things look a certain way. Like taking a whole hallway and rotating the actors through it to give the vision of guys floating through the air. So, you know, it's a tough call, but I'm going to have to go Inception.
Do it. Not bad. It's not bad.
Just do it.
Lucas?
Honestly, I don't see Avatar holding the candle to this. You know.
Oh man. Well, I'll be the turn in the punch bowl. Just to be contrarian, like Inception might be, but I resonated with Avatar so much because of like, yes, it's based off the Pocahontas theme. You're like, yes, I get it. The word unobtainium pains me, but like, like for that alone, you know, well, Giovanni Ribisi said it, so I guess it's kind of like neutral. It's just like the idea. I feel like it really captured what humans, like our connection with nature should be like. It like, yes, like he literally, a literal connection, like, but that's how dumbed down that idea needs to be for us retards to understand this concept that we're nothing without nature. We're all interconnected. Like Swahili, like I see you, like we're all one thing, which is kind of like, I wouldn't say it's the basis of how I see religion, just life in general, but it's like, that's how I'm kind of see it more, is like we're all just like one. Like we're all made up of atoms. Like we're all just this one thing that's fluctuating and moving and always changing. And Avatar was just such like great story, like, you know, hippies versus the American military complex. And I don't know, I just really enjoyed it. And Mother Nature comes in at the end to whoop some ass. And like the graphics are amazing. Oh.
Yeah, no, I can't say I've seen the movie recently, but I think I've seen parts of it in the last couple of months, and you know, the graphics still hold up. Like for being a fully CGI movie, basically, it's incredible.
Let me ask you a question though, sir. Let me just curveball. Did Inception start off an alien fetish on Pornhub?
I'm your huckleberry.
I think not.
Chris is got you there.
Yeah, when you got me, you got me. I like the points you bring up about Avatar and like the whole nature commentary on it.
It's more like more for me though, I guess. Not. I mean, that's more like personal reasons, but
I am much more of an environmentalist than I am a personist, a humanist.
Right.
Hey, I got there. So yeah, no, I fully appreciate that message it's sending, but I'm sorry, Inception was such a unique and original movie.
Oh my God.
I can't not vote for it.
I hear you. I see you. And Inception will win this round.
Nice, well done. I get like the bring back to Avatar there too. Proud of you.
Yes.
The what now?
The continuation of rooting for Avatar. Yeah, like I get that.
We can tip our caps to it as it, you know, dies on the road behind us.
Of course.
Honestly, you're talking James Cameron beat Christopher Nolan, you know? Like,
Yeah, that is top tier directing against each other. You are correct.
Very true. Very true.
All right.
All right, we have Pirates versus Dark Knight. That's a tough one.
I'm not going first.
It's I'll just kind of like break the ice, but it's hard to compare these two. Like they're so vastly different in like their own way, like their originality and uniqueness of the types of movies they are. Hard to compare. You get two sensational, like kind of like once in a lifetime performances from Heath Ledger and Johnny Depp. It's like, how do you compare those two? Pirates, like it's so good. It's when we were younger, so it resonated a little bit. It's like one of the first like PG-13 movies we watched. It's so good. I think 2003, so I was right at the age. Man, then a few years later, Dark Knight came out, and this is actually really tough. I didn't put too much thought into this one actually happening.
Yeah, you for putting them in the same.
That's tough. I mean, they're going to face each other eventually, but man, Pirates and Dark Knight.
I'll be honest, when I originally had my bracket drawn up, I had what I thought was going to be, because I didn't think you guys were going to side with Pirates. I thought you guys were going to go Beautiful Mind, so I had a Beautiful Mind v Dark Knight, and that was a way easier conversation. But I will say this, like, just to break it down as simply as there, it's like, Johnny Depp is Pirates of the Caribbean to me. Yeah, simple as that. But then Dark Knight, Heath Ledger is my Joker. Christian Bale is my Batman. Gary Oldman's my f***ing cop, you know? like
Commissioner Gordon!
Yeah, he's my Commissioner Gordon, you know? Well, he was Lieutenant Gordon at the start of that.
He was.
But I think all in all, like, Dark Knight's, it's still just that movie, you know? Like, there's a reason that movie transcends most people's top 5. So my vote's being casted into Dark Knight. I can obviously.
Man, hey, thank you, Lucas. Chris, let me. I don't mean to do this to you. But when we're thinking about the movies, like overall, like, does my heart have a spot for Dark Knight that like I'll always love and just cherish? Absolutely. But when I was talking about Disney movies before, like the one thing that puts them over the top is their goddamn soundtrack, and there's nothing that's like more iconic than that.
I was saving that for the second.
Oh, I'm sorry. It was like it's so there. And whenever you get that riff, you get. It's so hot right now. Yet I have goosebumps just thinking about it. Like, I mean, take the second movie, like just that movie alone. Take the sequels out of it. Get them out of here. Get them all. Scram. I gotta, just for the sake of making a choice, and it might be the wrong choice, I'm going Pirates. It's for, it might be the wrong choice, Lucas. It might be the wrong choice, but I had to make it.
I can't disown that. It's a great movie. But
I had to make the choice. It might be I feel like I'm betraying Heath Ledger's memory. I'm spitting on his grave like a dick, like a f***ing jerk. It might be the wrong choice, but it's my choice. I had to make it. Chris, it is 1-on-1, and your answer will determine the rest of your life.
I was praying to God you picked Dark Knight, so no matter what, it didn't matter.
Oh, that's what sucks going third.
Naughty.
Chris, it's no choice. Like, you know what you have to say. Like,
what?
Like, you know how you feel about this. You don't need to like go back and forth. You know where you stand.
No, I mean, it's not quite that simple. Like, this is very comparable as well to the Dumb and Dumber Jurassic Park.
Let's not blow this out of proportion.
Yeah. God damn, like.
Okay.
It's, you know what? Like, I wanted to go Pirates so bad on this one. And I'm going to Pirates. Pirates. I am not confident in that pick, but you know what? I'm going Pirates.
I did not see that coming. Chris, that's what I'm talking about. Way to make the big choices, baby.
It absolutely blows my mind. I never thought I would actually make this decision in my life. And
let me put this into context. Chris, I feel like you and I are Pete Carroll in this situation and we said pass the ball instead of hand it to Marshawn Lynch, we passed the ball. Your thoughts?
Believe you. Both.
Chris, explain yourself. You've just broken everything, the time-space continuum with this decision.
I really don't have much of an explanation.
But there's something that tells you Pirates, right? There's something inside your chest that's like, come on, Pirates.
I mean, you're literally asking me to pick between two of, like, I'm going to say it's two of my all-time, like, most enjoyable movies. I thoroughly enjoy each of these. Dark Knight, between Christian Bale and Heath.
How did we not pick them, Chris? Because made our decisions with Johnny Depp. It's Johnny Depp. All right, let me make you feel better. It's Johnny Depp getting snubbed for an Oscar. Johnny Depp getting snubbed for an Oscar. It's in a CGI, like the first we've seen of its kind. It's great storytelling. Just the music. Don't skip on the music, and it's the music that's playing while the pirates are walking underwater out of the shadow for that iconic. Their skeleton. And then Jeffrey Rush, you best start believing in ghost stories, Miss Turner. You're in one. Like, that is just so pirates. Pirates.
There's a reason I phrased it two of my most enjoyable movies. It's because Pirates, between the score and the ridiculous style of acting that everyone seems to take on in that movie, like the over the top blustering.
It is. It really is, isn't it?
And no, it's tough. I think part of it too is the fact that there are other superhero movies I thoroughly enjoy. Not saying to the degree that I enjoy Dark Knight. But name me another pirate movie besides these franchise, and we're excluding the others and just focusing on the original.
Can you say, either of you, that when you watch Dark Knight, you're watching a superhero movie? It does not seem that way.
No, not at all. Not at all. It's just a f***ing maniac, and I mean the Batman part. You kind of suspend your disbelief and believe this guy is this city's protector. Like, he's not a superhero anymore. He's more than that. A little ridiculous, but that's
also both like.
What's that?
Sorry, I didn't your thing froze. I thought you were done, but no, keep going.
I was just saying, it's like you really don't feel like he's a superhero. You suspend your disbelief to the point where it's like, this is just his character. He's got to fight to keep this city safe, just like a cop would. This is just him. This is his version of justice. Like, I don't know. The Dark Knight trilogy, man. We're talking trilogies.
It's the
can't go there yet.
The best superhero franchise, period.
I'll say we're talking.
Just those three. Yeah, very true. Very true. Save us the white hairs.
Series, that's too much. That's too much. But you're trying to tell me. Okay, you guys also both mentioned that the soundtrack to Pirates of the Caribbean was just that much of a banger, which it is. Because when you think of a pirate movie or a pirates in general, what's the song that comes to your head? Everyone knows it.
Pirates' life is a life. Yo ho, yo ho, pirate's life for me.
That's true. And
did I get it? I nailed it, dude.
But are you guys discrediting Hans Zimmer right now? Are you guys doing that?
Is he Dark Knight?
He did Pirates too.
I thought he did Pirates as well.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he did Pirates.
Sleeping on Hans.
I thought y'all were sleeping on Hans. Turns out I am.
There ain't no sleeping on Hans. The man, dude. Just
Zimmer.
That whining, as I heard a little fun fact about that kind of whining noise in Dark Knight. When getting crazy, it's just like a string being pulled out like a violin or something. It's just my skin's crawling.
This matchup actually is worse for me than Dumb and Dumber and Jurassic Park.
It's tough because these are legit movies.
This one hurt.
These are serious.
I'll be honest, you guys straight up just my bracket.
Well, I'm not too happy with myself either, because I never in a million years thought I'd vote against Dark Knight in anything, and it is purely because of the uniqueness of Pirates.
Yeah,
that was the only thing that had me. Because even by the time Dark Knight came out, I had seen Batman Begins and a few other superhero movies and some really good Spider-Man movies, because Tobey Maguire's were legit. And I had not seen a good pirate movie. I had not seen a good pirate movie up until that point, and since then.
You're not going to put Master and Commander in that category?
Not a pirate movie, but underrated.
Paul Bettany. They are
I
Her Majesty.
watched that movie about 6 months ago.
Really?
Oh,
Obscure. You ever wake up and say, I want to watch Master and Commander?
No. I had to plan it. No, I'm going to watch this movie. I will sit down and give it a rewatch. Like, I don't care how much it hurts, I'm doing it.
Are we talking Russell Crowe again, though?
Yeah.
You know that movie was supposed to start a franchise?
Say it ain't.
They that one up. Not a bad movie, but I mean, you don't start a franchise around that. You start a franchise around Heath Ledger in The Dark Knight. You start a franchise around Pirates of the Caribbean.
Move on. I'm not saying I disagree by any means, because Pirates of the Caribbean is an all-time favorite movie that you can watch at any point. If it's on, you're gonna tune in. It's great. I am just flabbergasted by the fact that Dark Knight in its entirety did not.
Yes.
But
it's a shame. It's a shame.
I want that noted for the record that I had a screw loose at the bottom.
So what I put on, so I've been like, I'm gonna put on like you're allowed to put on like a 10-minute video on Instagram. Like I'll put up like this clip. It's like it's a little sample size of the podcast. Get people going in on it. Give them a little sample. We'll show them this madness of pirates beating Dark Knight.
Let the record show it pains me beyond anything I can even begin to articulate.
Look how pained you are. Have a drink. Hold on. All right, you guys. I'm going to ask you guys a question to waylay the bracketeering just long enough for me to take a whiz. So I got a question for you guys.
Well, I need to calm down, too. So
I'll try. I'll f***ing try. Not likely.
I'm kind of worked up, and I had the answer. Yeah.
All right.
I'm kind of saying that to myself.
All right. Well, we'll tone it down a little bit. We'll calm it down. You know, we're getting into the rounds here. Whilst I take a piss, I need you guys to discuss the following topic. Which movie character would you like to live vicariously through? Like, which character would you like to just kind of live in their shoes while the movie's going on? And whilst you think about it. And I'm gonna go. You guys talk, and I'll come back.
Are you saying that you just fulfilled that one character for the duration of the movie?
Yeah, it's like you're in the movie, but like you're in their shoes, like you would experience the adventure as they did, like or whatever that is.
Yeah, by all means.
Don't say Johnny Sins. All right, I'll be back. Okay.
Yeah. So Chris, by all means, I have my.
All right.
I have mine good to go. What are you firing off?
Wolf of Wall Street.
That's exactly.
Yes. Yes.
No-brainer.
Yeah. Well, I had never heard this question phrased that way. Didn't have any idea. It was just, Wolf of Wall Street. Yeah, 1,000%. Give me a Leo's character in that movie. 100%.
I was saying, you're trying to tell this guy just literally like parties, takes big dick energy and like big dick moves, and just fucking slams Margot Robbie on the regular for a good 15 years. Dude, done. Cast my vote. Fuck right off. You name
Give me Harry Potter. That sounds great. Like, no, no.
No, dude, I'm saying I'm a man and I want man answers.
He's throwing money at FBI agents as they leave his boat. Yes. Jordan Belfort, 100%.
He made Quaaludes popular, and Quaaludes died off. Like,
yeah.
Jordan Belfort's 100% like the answer. Like, as soon as I was like, that's why I had to like clarify his question. I was like, wait, just for that like movie? I was like, that's changed my answer.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, honestly, you really f***ed up with Pirates of the Caribbean.
Dude, that one, I'm not, Lucas, I don't.
He's still bitching about it? He's still bitching about it?
I'm still bitching about it, and I
Chris.
I'm not confident. No, shouldn't say I'm not confident, but there is some guilt associated with my answer because it pings me.
Oh, of course. As there should be.
Aaron, to also clarify for that question that you left before you went to go take a leak.
Yes.
Chris and I both had our answer in a matter of seconds afterwards, if not less than that. Easily same answer as well. Jordan Belfort, Wolf of Wall Street.
Oh my god.
We basically answered on the count of 3, and we had the same one. So the conversation.
John Stamos. It was a damn, just sniffing below, making millions of dollars and banging hookers on your personal aircrafts.
Well, and like I'm just saying, like if Margot Robbie in real life like slid that like hallway door open and she was just standing there, I would
Jesus Christ.
I would have killed like a huge number of people for it. You know.
That's pretty. Yeah. Good job, guys. That was really fucking good.
That was a mix of SAE snapping and Thanos snapping. Like, that's how many I would have killed.
Oh, who cares? Yeah. Chris, I thought you'd like to be Thanos. You could switch places just for that first. You would know that.
I have no
and then,
interest
hey,
in this
I'll
game.
even allow you the first 5 minutes of in-game so you can get your head cut off. Put you out of your misery, and you'll never have to deal with people ever again.
I'd rather die a hero than live long enough to be the villain.
God damn it, we voted against that movie, Chris!
What can I say?
Die the hero. I love that is in the context of Thanos. I love that you put that like you either die the hero or live long enough to see yourself become the villain. He did the right thing.
I'm an agent of chaos. What can I say?
And even like he was sanitizes his hand. Wait, there's a meme for Dark Knight. It's like somebody's like, "Oh, I love that Harvey didn't recognize it was a Joker until he pulled off his mask. Like he can't see like the face paint or the wig." Chaos.
Bitches.
So, we're just torturing Lucas right now. I love it.
Well, it's like you guys like we both go away from that, and then all of a sudden you like quote the movie you just.
Well, in our defense, it's like
you make it seem like it was an easy choice.
We're paying.
Oh, yeah, Dark Knight. Like,
Lucas, you don't even know. Lucas, you don't even know what's like the life that we're living right now. You don't even know what it's like to vote against the Dark Knight.
So, hey, think about it this way: is that you guys feel guilt over your choice. Congratulations. Next question.
We're complex creatures, Lucas. Nothing's that simple.
You think I wanted to vote against Jack Sparrow? Like,
yes, I feel like you're twisting your nipples all the while. That's why your video camera's up a little bit. See, I could see. I know what you're doing down there.
Yep.
Do you have pants on at all?
Just below the screen.
And dude, just
unfair question.
Unfair question. That's questions in which I know the answer already.
But I do think you guys both skipped over how important Jeffrey Rush's role is in Pirates of the Caribbean.
Yeah,
he crushes it.
Yep.
No, I haven't commented enough about him, but like that last fight scene when they're going in and out of the moonlight, just tink tink, just letting their swords sing their song.
It's incredible.
Oh, they're kissing. All right. Moving on. Hey! Didn't get a harumph out of that guy. Give the governor a harumph. We'll also be doing 60s movies brackets soon enough, gents. Don't you worry. Right. Westerns and Dirty Harrys, the works. Fucking possibly.
Aaron,
when
come up with the topic. I'll throw some movies in there and we'll talk.
Yeah.
Come up with a topic, a genre. I'll do it.
Movies that end in Y. Or not. No. Okay, moving on. All right, so sometimes I say things. We have Troy versus The Departed. If any of you want to take the stage, or you know what? I feel like you Boston loving. I'm gonna stand up for Troy right now. That's my answer. I love that one-on-one fight. I love the score, the drums playing when it's Caesar or Hector versus.
Good for you.
Oh God, I love that. I love that little score. The taking of the beach where he throws a javelin like 800 yards, hits the guy in the chest. It's like the quote. It's just. It's just amazing. Brad Pitt in his sexual prime. He is a bronze god with golden hair. Cuts off the head of Apollo on the beach. Like, the man wants to die. He's going to take the beach of Troy with 30 men. And it's just that fight, like, let them not forget who we are. We are lions. Like, there's so much. God damn it. Troy, there's not enough. You know, you can keep eating your salami, Jack Nicholson, the rest of your overpaid cast. You got your Mark Wahlbergs, your Anthony Anderson. Get him out of there. Oh my God, you got who else? You toss somebody else in there. God, Baldwin. What the Baldwin doing there? Marky Mark. Oh, you're in there. You're in You're in plastic. You start shooting people. Bam, bam, bam. Leo. Oh, you snuck him in there. Matt Damon. Did I miss anybody?
Snuck him in there. He's the main guy. One of the main guys.
So much clout in the cast. They relied on the cast so much.
Okay, Lucas, cast your vote so we can move on.
Enough of the word cast, Chris.
No, wait. You need to hash this out. What?
Me? Oh, I'm voting Departed. Like, that's
Oh!
no. I don't know where you're voting because Aaron clearly knew where I was voting.
You just got that look in your eye. It's that goddamn mustache. It fucking still has so much Boston beer in it.
It's like I'm drinking Sam Adams.
Sorry, I hate the Patriots so much.
So much. Fun fact. Departed is one of my favorite movies to watch, but we're going Troy.
Yes! Yes! Let's go! Age of Mythology on f***ing PC. We're going Greek gods.
Wait, hold on. But we're going for this reason because simplicity. It's a little movie, but it's still simple for me, and I can enjoy it at any point. I can hop in and I can just dive into it. With Departed, I joined in. I'm like, wait, fuck, I don't remember what happened 20 minutes before this. Like, what exactly just happened? And at the same time, we're just talking dudes being dudes, like some bro steal another guy's girl, and all of a sudden a whole war got waged over. That shit happens.
Love it.
You f***ing sack of wine.
Sack of wine.
Yeah.
Dude, there's no. Okay, yes, Departed is a great movie, but
I can only listen to the Screaming Murphys so many times. God damn it! Is that where they are? The Screaming Murphys?
Dropkick Murphys.
Dropkick. Oh, sorry. These. What other songs do they have? No, they got drunk off their fucking.
Reverse Training Day.
Oh, so great.
Okay. Heathens.
I gotta go Gladiator. I love Denzel. I love Training Day. I love how intense it is. It's just a day, which is it all takes place over 24 hours, which is pretty crazy. All the shit goes on. But Gladiator.
Yes.
I'm sure we'll get into more discussion. We don't need to shoot our loads of why we love our movies, but hold those reasons for later on the rounds. Lucas, you said you had for Dark Knight reasons that maybe we wouldn't agree with, possibly.
Yeah, about reasons why I would choose that.
Yeah. Or whatever. You said you were holding. I forget which movie it was, but you said you're holding on to reasons to bust out later.
It was for the entire thing, but Gladiator is definitely one that I have a load of reasons for.
Cool.
Honestly, Dark Knight was too, but why does that matter now?
No, does not. All right, you guys.
So how do you feel?
How do you feel? All right, we're going Inception versus Pirates. Inception versus Pirates. This is tough. It's getting hairy, just like a 90s porno.
It's not tough for me. I like Inception. It's a great movie, and honestly, tremendous cast. Tom Hardy. No one's talked about Tom Hardy yet. Super minor role.
We haven't gotten to my Mount Rushmore yet, Lucas.
Wow.
Interesting where that's going. Okay.
That's controversial already.
Please.
Holy shit.
Talking hot takes, man. I got oven mitts. I don't care.
Yeah, I'll say, holy shit.
Hot takes. Hot takes, Chris.
Yeah, so Tom Hardy, it's under he has a minor role in Inception, all things considered, but he does a pretty good job in that too, and I'm fine with it. But and Scarecrow, you gotta like
He's
it.
so ugly, uglier than Steve Buscemi, I think. Uglier than Steve. That guy's really ugly.
There's no way he's uglier than Buscemi.
I think he's a train wreck, dude. Keep the mask on.
It looks
Think
great.
about how scary he'd be if he left him. It took the mask off. He's that ugly.
Wolf.
I pity you not lighten up.
Dude, yeah, you know who should have played Scarecrow is Billy Zane.
And then just keep the mask on.
You never know it's Billy. Oh, Billy.
But honestly, I had either Pirates or Dark Knight winning in this realm either way.
I got you.
But, yeah.
Wait, so who did you vote for?
I think he's going Inception. No? You're going Pirates?
Yeah.
Wow, that's
Damn.
shocking. Okay.
Chris, are you trying to go or you want me to?
Inception.
Oh.
I vote Inception. This should have, what some would have considered should have been a Nolan versus Nolan matchup.
Oh, man.
I'm not gonna lie, actually, and what I had down originally, this was a Nolan matchup. It was a complete coin toss on the previous round, but no, Inception wins for me. Casts the story and the concept that Nolan created in that movie, and then not only like created the idea of this dream technology, but then like created it so fine-tunedly and perfectly that he was able to go to like multiple depths within a story within a story within a story.
That was crazy.
I think that movie is like severely not talked about enough in terms of how well made and done it is.
It's all like sometimes. I guess that's worth the rewatches because there's so many levels to the dreaming. It's like, all right, this is nutty. I can get down with it. It's like you have to focus. It's a little sometimes. It's sometimes movies where you have to like focus on it. It's like if I look away for a second, or if I'm not smart enough to like comprehend what I'm being told, like I'm gonna lose it. There's like an intensity of trying to keep up with what's going on.
Yeah.
Love Inception. Like solid flick.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
But there's a butt coming. I see it coming a mile away. Let's go.
Okay. Hold on a second. Hold on, Chris. God. Well, I don't want to put on something skippy, but I was gonna put on the Pirates of the Caribbean theme on my phone, but who knows what you might get kicked off YouTube for? Pirates, because God, it's all right. Nothing against what Inception created, the brilliance of the story, but I do so love the bit of simplicity. It's uniqueness. It's pirates, and then you get a Jack Sparrow in there. It's like that's kind of a wild card for me. Is those types of performances, your Jokers, your Daniel Day-Lewis's. It's your Jack Sparrows. Like I'll never see an act like anything like that. And it was just, and it like, nostalgic value. It resonates. Inception is so good, but I gotta go Pirates on this one. It's got, the Disneyland value. It's more. It's hard to say timeless because Inception will I'll be watching that to the day I die and still get mine. But it's just the completion that like Disney has. Like at the end. They sail off into the wake up, Yamaji's yo ho. Like if that was the only movie they made of Pirates of the Caribbean, Jesus Christ! But it was such a cash cow. Like they made 20 more and in the franchise. But it's the completion. Like drink up, Yamaji's yo ho. Like oh, huzzah! Pirates, bloody pirates! Pirates, just pirating.
To throw here that I had Inception winning everything. So.
Over Gladiator?
Over Gladiator. So my bracket just got completely like that effed mine.
We're talking directors, director of Gladiator. God, didn't he direct Aliens?
Ridley Scott, Black Hawk Down.
What's that? Ridley Scott. Yep, Ridley Scott. Yes, Black Hawk Down. Ridley Scott. Talk about a hell of a director.
And the Aliens.
Absolutely, sir.
Right. Wow.
It comes down to it. So, all right. I'm glad this is going nowhere. Everybody saw. We have.
You broke up, Aaron.
Oh, sorry. Pirates versus Gladiator.
Did we skip over Troy? Wasn't it Troy versus Gladiator? Did we
shit. Sorry. I thought Gladiator was gonna win.
Aaron, I vote Gladiator. So
you guys got my vote. Sorry, Lucas. Sorry, I was like scribbling it, like I was trying to keep track of who won, like what, and I just put in Gladiator. I was just like, I know that like these guys are. You have to go Gladiator. Like as good as Troy is,
I guess Gladiator takes the cake.
Oh my god.
If you want to go sake of argument, are we talking like Eric Bana v. Russell Crowe ring naked combat?
Whoa, dude! I got a naked combat question for you guys later on, but we ain't gotten there yet. We ain't got stifle that. I'll tell you who wins in that fight. Everybody.
What about Achilles versus Maximus?
Who?
Well,
Ooh, Achilles wins.
he's invincible though. It's not fair.
Not the Achilles. Orlando Bloom takes him out. Let's be honest here.
Hey, I mean, Eli Manning won some Super Bowls.
Easy.
Oh, mercy! It's all good.
Okay, so Gladiator versus Pirates.
All right. Anybody wanna take the reins on just breaking the ice on this one? Just getting the conversation.
Naughty.
When I saw the bracket first come out, Gladiator was bringing home the W for me.
Really?
Out of
Like
everything.
just running train through everyone.
I'll tell you one thing. You want to know like the real hot take here? If we
How
did
hot?
an all-time favorite movies bracket, Gladiator's still getting my W.
All time.
Really?
Gladiator is my number one movie of all
You see,
time.
Way to-
my
oh.
favorite movie of all time, my probable favorite movie of all time, came from the bracket, the time frame this bracket takes place in, and didn't make the bracket.
Oh
So I'm
no! Blood Diamond.
Blood Diamond.
Oh. Ah.
So I was hosed immediately on this,
Yeah.
trying to come up with. Once again, Leo, who was also sprinkled throughout this bracket.
Oh, just give me all the Leo.
But no, Gladiator.
I honestly, slept on war movie. I'm sorry. I'm so. I did it again. I apologize for interrupting. Tears of the Sun. Tears of the Sun with Bruce Willis, and like it's kind of like in that. No, nothing.
Not in this. Not
Here.
Other ones. It's good. I don't hate it.
Okay. Sorry, Lucas. Please continue, lest I interrupt you again.
Hadouken!
Yeah, simple story, but all throughout it in Gladiator, there's like a layer of like emotional depth and range that is actually like perceived throughout it as well. And you literally like have like what we were talking about earlier, where it goes from like high stature down to humility and like rising up and still just being set on one dead mission there too. And at the end, like, yeah, the ending might be a little bit like ridiculous in its own right, like no doubt about it.
Gladiator versus the Emperor.
Yeah, exactly. Just like one-on-one combat, like clearly, we'll figure it out later.
There's something poetic to that, though.
But
Fun fact, Emperor Commodus did that in real life. Fun fact.
What?
He didn't die that way, but fun fact.
Jesus.
Go on.
I did not know that.
But yes, the emotional range to it, and the cool thing is that it's not like a widely supportive cast. It's Joaquin Phoenix and Russell Crowe, and then some others like trickle along there. And
The black dudes. The guy's in Blood Diamond, Chris. I forget his name.
Hunsu?
Ijman
Dijman Hunsu.
Hansu.
I like Dijman Hunsu, but he's not in the movie a whole lot.
Also, would never back down.
True.
Coach.
Sorry.
But yeah, where was never back down on this list? But
Rightfully off of it.
yeah,
I could have taken that place at Castaway if you didn't, to be honest with you. Those two. God, what the was it? I apologize for Castaway and Paranormal Activity.
Duly noted.
and nothing else. Nothing else in my life I will ever apologize for.
don't apologize. You stayed up.
I stood up to you bullies.
Stay force.
Stay the course. This is the way. This is the way. I love saying that. God damn it, whenever. This is the way. Chris, choosing.
Okay, Aaron, you go.
So, like, choosing Pirates, like, that's the way. That was the way versus Dark Knight. That's the way. But this is the way. I never fancied Pirates, like, the best movie of 2000s. And, like, it in a different bracket, maybe, like, other movies that I missed, like, it could be different. But Gladiator kind of stands alone as, like, this epic and just the parting words of, like, because when I saw it, like, I don't know, like dead, like lost a dog or whatever. It's just like, I'll see you again, my friend. Like, just not yet. It's like you have your life to live. You have like whatever your life's purpose is. It's just, it resonated so beautifully. The roses falling at the end, like that fight at the end, and it's just like, okay, you can die peacefully. It's okay for a hero to die if his life.
Yeah.
It's like if it's okay. Like, and like I was like, we're 10, Chris. Like we were 10 when we watched it. Like it was just. I don't know, like everybody, there was a lot of clout around it. Like all the older, like 8th graders, were like, oh my god, that movie's so Gladiator. It's like it's just a beautiful movie. It's very poetic, cheesy to the like a little bit maybe.
Yeah.
Like with the rose petals falling again, but like Joaquin. Okay, am I not merciful? Like, oh my god, like it's better than Russell.
A movie. It came out in 2001, if I'm not mistaken, or maybe even 2000. But 2000, okay. So it still has. It was made in the style of the '90s films, still. So it's going to have a little bit of that, like over-the-top flair to it at times. Yeah, Joaquin's portrayal.
Not too much though. I think that like the Millennium like sanded it a little bit.
It was gradually easing out of it, but it still had that bit of '90s to it. Yeah, no, Gladiator is the better film for sure.
It's got to be, and it's got a original Dumbledore in it, which is unparalleled. Yes. Liked him more than the new guy that came in a Prisoner of Azkaban.
Wait, no, hold up. Who? Where was? Oh, yes.
He's the Emperor, the first Emperor.
Marcus Aurelius. Yeah.
Marcus Aurelius. Good recall, sir. If you guys be down to do like, we could do movies, but if you guys would do like a history podcast sometime, just talk about historical events and just shooting the shit for like, how do we feel about Genghis Khan's rape and pillage of the land and how he lowered the global temperature?
You'll have to give just ahead of time.
Well, yeah, that will like those questions would be sent out way ahead of time just to have like some thinking, like some.
I would hope so.
Some cards ready, but I feel like we're all students of the past.
So Gladiator took the title. Is that's my understanding?
Gladiator, yeah. Did you vote for Pirates, Chris?
It wasn't as clear cut, but it was still Gladiator.
Yeah.
Because again, my bracket got halfway.
Yours did.
So.
Mine got slammed by round 2.
My final was supposed to be Inception versus Departed. So, yeah. All right.
Well, you were gonna have Departed over Gladiator.
Oh yeah.
Why so? Is it the Jack Nicklaus?
Well, yes. Jack Nicholson is a huge star in that movie. Yes, you heathen. No. Scorsese, like that's arguably his best movie, and to me, it is his best movie in decades long of movie making. That is just the best crime drama I can think of, and the cast. Everyone sells their parts so well. The story is awesome. The two sides sending moles on the other side and trying to figure out who they are. I love the story. I do.
Yeah.
Inception, I've already talked about enough. So,
Aaron, I think you're about to piss a lot of people off with this one.
What? Tell me something else. People can't argue with Gladiator. Like that could easily be. That could totally be like considered the best. Like I mean, yes, I've pissed people off before, but whatever. I live for that. I love it.
Yes, but in what realm are we realistically thinking that Troy beats out There Will Be Blood? You know.
Well, I mean, like, are we trying to be snoots about it? Like, this is our opinion, you know?
That's what I was trying to get across earlier. Is you'll have the cinephiles. Oh no, There Will Be Blood, or like give me I don't know, any of those other fucking. Like, The Irishman is the one I keep coming back to. Because that or 1917, those are the good movies. Automatically ruling out certain genres like the big blockbuster types that are well done, like Pirates or Jaws from back
even all the comedies we skipped over this decade. Like I'm sure you guys would have gone Tropic Thunder all day.
A, yes, Tropic Thunder.
Over Super Troopers.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yes.
Yeah?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
I can respect it.
But so to automatically rule out genres or types of movies based off their whatever their type is I think a little over the top and pretentious.
Pretentious.
You can have a well done, good movie that doesn't have to fall into the stereotypical drama.
Like, how mindless is Mad Max? But for some reason, it's so fulfilling. Just the way it's executed. Just it's thrilling as an action movie, but it's just like, all right, they go one direction, they come back. Okay, that's the storyline.
I know Lucas isn't a huge fan of the movie, but
he's not.
I adore that movie.
It's great.
Is stupendous.
I listen to that soundtrack sometimes when I'm working out. Like it's just fucking. That
movie.
Fucking, what is a rock and roll guy doing in an apocalyptic setting? Why are you wasting all this valuable resource, this energy, this electricity on the fucking amps, dude? Why?
I think that movie is a borderline masterpiece. That's how I think of that movie.
So good.
It is incredible, and I'm so glad it actually cleaned up at the Oscars. Granted, not like the acting or directing categories, but at least it got some recognition.
I loved it. I love Tom Hardy in that shit.
That's a prime example, like one that would normally get written off automatically, but
Easy.
I think it's actually a very well done movie.
All right. Okay, I'm not gonna partake in this, but I will rewatch it though, based on this kind of love and performing to it. I can't.
Fuck it. Love it.
Gotta be about it, Lucas. Oh god, I think the next bracket should be 80s movies because I watched Predator the other day in the background. Just fucking macho 80. Maybe just.
Hold on, Aaron. I swear to God, if you put Predator against Lethal Weapon or some shit like that.
It'll be macho 80s movies. Macho. In every sense of the word.
You can do 80s in general. That was just pretty 80s. Much 80s movies.
I feel like that's part of the 80s, was those macho, just like Rambo, Commando type movies. Like, even Star Wars made it in there. It's hard to put those in there because it's like you can't count one movie alone. They stand, they're like the tough guys snapping fingers together. The Star Wars trilogy.
Is that Rocky 2 territory as well?
Rocky 2 and 3.
One in the 70s?
Yeah. It was. Yeah, Rocky 2, 3. I got love for Rocky 4, to be honest with you, against fucking London, against the Ruskies. And we took it to him. We did. Yeah, Rocky. Yeah, kid. I feel like this is a great segue. Gladiator wins. Gladiator wins. I feel like this.
Gladiator or did you go Pirates?
I go Gladiator. I feel like this is a great segue into our individual Mount Rushmores of best actors. Now, you guys give me, you can do the men, you can do men and women, you can do men and then women, live or dead, doesn't matter. Just need 4 names and their position on the mountain.
Okay. Well,
I had to pull in personally. I just went pure actors. I don't know what.
No, it just sounds great. Like actual actors.
I want
actors.
Paths. But what about you? Wait, no. Did you guys go mixed, or did you guys go with?
I got 4 dudes.
I separated them.
Do you want to lead off? You're apparently the one that has the most classification on this.
Maybe the host should lead off.
I'll lead off. Okay, number 1, I say with absolute confidence, I would say this naked in front of a crowd, dude. I would say Leo DiCaprio is that first big f***ing face on that goddamn mountain. I chisel it myself and make sure it is to his likeness precisely. I'd have it. I would also have him with Calvin Candy's f***ing mustache and beard goatee for the Oscar he should have won. Monsieur Candy. And maybe even a pipe out of there with an ever lit cigarette. Why not? All right, so we got that underway. Okay. God, the second one had these guys picked out. Another one, just because he adds an intensity that I like and he has an it factor that I just cannot deny, is Tom Hardy. Anything that he's in, no matter what he does, I'm just let's go, Tom Hardy. I love Tom Hardy. He hasn't done as much. I have.
Rushmore of actors.
He's on my Mount Rushmore. He's on the Mount Rushmore.
You're trying to tell me when you're talking if you're teaching the class and you had to be hey, the 4 pillars of acting are going to be Leonardo DiCaprio. Tom Hardy is your second.
Well,
bet?
Just because he's the second one I thought of does not. I mean, it's there's something he brings. Even in Venom, a superhero movie, it's just the way he acts. I guess this is a personal bias, feel, but I'm just holy shit. He has this it factor that I can't shake. Something there's an intensity. When he's Max, he barely talks. Bane, you can't even see his face, but it's just that's Tom Hardy. That's Tom Hardy there. Like
I
he's
don't
just
know the pick. He's definitely not one most people would think of.
no.
But,
I to your point, Lucas. Yeah.
He has shown a very specific intensity in his roles that you mentioned. It's pretty insane, the aggressiveness that he has in almost every role he does.
I love it though.
No, that's a great example too, because like when you watch Warrior, like you can tell he's like a up PTSD soldier too. You know, it's crazy. Yeah.
He's like, and he has like kind of like a softness to him. He's like, oh yeah, what's up, Mrs. Jones? How you doing? Like, I feel like I saw a lot more like actually hearing him speak in Venom, where he could be a little more himself, and he's just I don't know what it is, like just.
And side note, just to give you a little bit, not knocking it, I just wouldn't have like thought of it, but in Peaky Blinders, he crushed.
Oh yeah, Peaky. I need to rewatch all of it with the ugliest guy ever. Where that dude is. The third pick, I feel like Tom Hardy is kind of where the FDR is, stuffed into the corner, just like, all right, guy, you fucking in it. All right, right next to the big head in front. Second one, Christian Bale. I gotta have Christian Bale. Just whatever he's like. I went on a tear like on Netflix. I'm like, okay, both of Batman's good. What else is there? Equilibrium. All right, we got Equilibrium. Into the Furnace? Like he's like the brother of Mark Wahlberg, or he's a boxer. Mark Wahlberg is a boxer, and he's like this deadbeat brother. Into the Fire.
No, the Fighter.
Oh, the Fighter. The Fighter.
Into the Fire was, or Out of the Furnace. Sorry.
Out of the Furnace.
And that was with Woody.
It was with Woody.
Yeah, just Christian Bale. Does he have an Oscar yet?
He does for the Fighter.
For the Fighter. So, as Batman, Fighter, just American Psycho. Jesus fucking Christ.
And he beat out Leo for that role.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Well, hey, he did a great job. Just Christian Bale. I'm a big fan. I will say that, yes, all biasness included. He's up there.
Personal favorite, Reign of Fire. You know?
Reign of Fire.
Yeah.
Oh, man, that's good.
Hey, Bale, Gerard Butler, give it to me.
I can't remember who my fourth guy is. I thought about it today. I'm like, I got to choose a fourth. Like, I got hung up, and I know I made a decision, but it, like, wouldn't have been as good. Who the fuck was it? Oh, it wasn't Russell Crowe. At first I was like, oh, is it not. Is it Tom Hanks? I'm like, that's mainstream. That's easy peasy.
Tom Hanks was one that was in consideration for me.
Denzel's very one-dimensional. I don't know if like Denzel's one of my guys. Oh my God, there's. Maybe guys, give me yours, give me your answers, and I'll think of like who my fourth is. I'm sorry, I know I had it. I should have written it down, but I thought, oh, I'm Aaron. I'll remember. I forgot like an idiot. But those first three were for sure like. Those are my dudes.
I like the Tom Hardy pick. I like that.
That's a sleeper. I hope.
That is a good one.
Yeah. But either you guys get to step in while I freak out, poop my pants, and figure out who my fourth guy is. I know I'll remember it.
I don't think mine's going to be very well received by you guys.
Please, you son of a bitch.
All right, well, we'll clear the air on the first one. Leo. Done.
Yep.
It's been said and done. We've jerked him off enough so far. So when we're talking like Mount Rushmores, I was having like a tough time like just putting like modern day like actors as well, because like it is tough that we eliminate the older movies because we haven't seen as many, you know? Like we can't say it's like, oh, I can't speak that actor's career validity. So I had to kind of like pick and choose. I want to be a little bit more like diverse about it there. I went with Robin Williams.
Ooh. I was thinking that. Very good pick.
And because like it's also like intrinsic value outside of it too, because he usually has like a point behind what he's doing too. I like Robin Williams in there because it's more than just acting.
He has such an energy. Yeah. Talk about the it factor.
Yeah. So Leo, Robin Williams. This next one, I haven't seen all that many of his films to be honest, but in terms of like full filmography, cinematography, and like what he meant to like movies. Charlie Chaplin. I had to put him in there.
I could respect something older. I was like, should we diversify so all, the thousands of older folk watching this show will be like, one of these kids respects the oldie.
He was the main face of making Hollywood popular, Like, he was a huge part of it. He was the only
hilarious
star of silent movies, too. Like, it was just like his screen presence was there, and then he went on to direct a lot of good stuff, too. So, like, I put Charlie Chaplin in there, and that's, like, my, like, history, like, tip of the cap, too, That's me just, like, giving a nod to it.
Look at you, Mr. Nice Guy over here, Mr. Culture.
One, most controversial here is gonna be Clint Eastwood.
Not bad.
Wow.
Not
I know.
bad. I
because it's not.
Don't hate it. Chris is getting branded right now.
No, I love Clint Eastwood. I love his movies, but to say he's a best actor. Mount Rushmore, I can't even do that. I'd say importance to Hollywood or cinema in general.
I was thinking because I still went full on.
Yeah.
His filmography, the only way Clint Eastwood's won awards in his entire career is by being a director and stuff like that. It's not by an actor.
But think how simple the '60s were. Oh yeah. Well, think how how serious his role. He was what made cowboys. He is the personification of cowboys. I mean, I guess other than John Wayne. It's like this tough guy, Dirty Harry, the tough guy, the force of good could be, a little bad in order to get it done. I like Clint Eastwood. I can't fault you for it. Can't fault you.
So Clint Eastwood's obviously my reach, but at the same time, I wanted to cover different categories too because everyone else was a separate category up until that point too. And if you're looking at Mount Rushmore, you're looking at 4 different styles of presidency as well. So I went with 4 different attacks on it. My honorable mentions, I did have those written down as well.
Please.
He's the next one. But I had a 6th that it's more about what could have been with Heath Ledger.
Yes.
Because honestly, he's had a lot of good movies in his young career, but then obviously the abrupt ending obviously changed it. But I think he could have been on that path to being one of the most dynamic actors the world's seen.
I would agree.
Yep.
I would agree. Who knows? Who knows what could have happened? Lucas, thank you for your answers. In that time, in that rambling, I recalled my 4th. Jonathan Depp.
Okay.
Not Billy Zane. I'm sorry, not Billy, but Johnny Depp.
Yeah, that's a shock right there.
For all aforementioned reasons, I was just thinking his diversity of roles, Once Upon a Time in Mexico, Fear and Loathing.
Yeah.
I like fuck pirates. So that's it. So sorry, just a little spray in there, Chris.
Well, and Johnny Depp's a good dude too. He means more to the acting world than just being an actor. He does.
I'd say.
Does more.
Well, beats the shit his wife. Is that?
No, that's the other way around, Chris. Fake news. It's the other way around. That foxy red. Dude, it's you're so hot. Just beat me up. Oh, just destroy me. Take my money.
The real story was that she didn't use the safe word. It's what the
no safe word. You didn't say ahoy. She didn't say Tortuga.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Hey, Chris, what do you got, Chris?
All right.
No Rushmore?
First and foremost, there was no thought put into it because there was none needed. It was just the automatic number 1. Daniel Day-Lewis.
I knew you'd be pulling him out.
Of course.
Naturally.
Naturally. Him and Leo at number 2. Just those 2 guys. It's funny. I actually, until a couple years ago, I don't know if I would have put Leo in the all-time Mount Rushmore types until he came out with Wolf of Wall Street, and I saw a different style or take from him. Because not that a lot of his roles were the same, but I didn't see a huge range. Which, if I'm going to say you're one of the greatest actors ever, I got to think you can do it all. Which is why I'm not including Denzel, because I've never really seen him do a comedy or a lighter-hearted film. I've always seen the Training Days or Remember the Titans or Equalizer or some shit like that.
He's got to kill somebody.
All very strong, pensive individuals, or the psychotic in Training Day. But so yeah, once Leo did Wolf of Wall Street and Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. So him and Daniel Day-Lewis, which I don't need to see Daniel Day in a comedy. I know he could do whatever the hell he wanted to do.
He would crush it, just for the record. He would crush it.
Absolutely. So those two, then Christian Bale. Again, wide range. We've talked Leo enough. That one was tough. I feel like in any, whether it's sports or what have you, you do a Mount Rushmore. You can normally name 3 fairly safely, but the second you name number 4, now you're putting a cap on it. Like, you can't name anyone else.
Yeah.
So number 4 matters.
We're gonna need it, Chris.
Like that one's.
I like the Mount Rushmore style of picks because when
I do too.
I wanted it 4 because then it's like, oh, it rounds out the top 5. That's how you know who ends up after that too.
Yes.
Yeah, like I like.
I didn't think about it that way. You're right. Like top 3 is like, okay, this is like what everybody can agree on, but it's like you also got to 4 makes you defend your fucking position.
The second you throw a 4th guy in there, now it's like, or chick, whatever you're doing, it's like, shit. Like this is I'm going to have to argue for a little bit here.
Mm-hmm.
I like your Robin Williams pick. I like your Tom Hardy pick. Both of those are super solid. But as much as I blast Forrest Gump, Tom Hanks takes my number 4 spot.
Not bad. Not bad. Can't knock it. Can't knock it.
He started off doing very comedic movies and was great at them. And then he won 2 Oscars back to back. So the dude can do it all.
And voice act.
That's a tremendous pick for shit on Castaway earlier. I'll tell you that much.
Comes full circle, baby. Well said. Like, all right, so Castaway maybe shouldn't have been in there, but Tom, for a solo movie, like a movie centered around just one guy, Bianca. Oh my God. Hey guys. ¿Cómo estás? I mean, how are you? Whoops.
Wow.
So, yeah, no, that would round out my top 4.
Thank you, Christopher.
Yes.
Notice no mention of Samuel Jackson in any of these.
Of who?
Is he a good actor, Sam? Samuel Jackson?
No.
He just says a good motherfucker. I mean, he's there. Like, I'm not. It's hard to peg him because I'm not a great actor, but I'm not. I don't hate to see him on. I know there's chemistry. Huh?
Great actor.
Well, there's a difference between likability and like actual quality performance.
Well, here's a question I have for you guys. Like, piggybacking off like the questions we left off of was like, what is that it factor we look for? Like, what is it in a performance that's like that separates and Jonah Hill and Wolf of Wall Street from Heath Ledger's Joker? Supporting actors, like, yes, they're in different spots, but it's like, is it the fact that like you're a bad guy and that like adds a little something to it? Is it like the role you're put in? But like Tom Hardy could be in literally anything. I'm like, my eyes are drawn to him. Why? I don't know. Daniel Day-Lewis, it's just like, you're like, God damn it, I can't stop looking at like just watching every movement he does. It's all perfect when he's torturing that guy at the end of There Will Be Blood. He's like, say it again. I'm a false prophet. And again, say it. Say it, you. Yeah, there's no oil in those. There's no oil over there. No, I got the big old straw. It's just like, he just makes it look easy.
I think it's just the level to which the person dives into the role. Like, you can make anything as intense as you want it to be.
Yeah.
Or as your dedication to it.
I'm gonna go a different route on it. I'm gonna say it's like body mechanics. It's the way that person's like carrying themselves on like that scene as well. Is that like when someone like tilts their head in a certain way too, and like they give that like off that certain like makes you feel a little bit different. You know, it's like they're absolutely changing their posture, which makes you change how you think and feel too.
To quote your boy Tom Hardy, you mentioned earlier, I remember reading something from him. And he was talking about how he acts, and he said he always remembers what one of his acting coaches said way back when he was younger. It's like, you're never not doing anything. Even if you're not talking, you're still on screen. You're still doing something. So, like, just do it as best as you can. So, I think it goes kind of with what Lucas is saying.
Do nothing.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it's like overall stage presence, but yeah.
I think on the other side of my Mount Rushmore, like maybe there's a little shrine to Jack Nicholson.
He was in consideration.
Like God, the zany.
He would be an honorable mention for me.
Absolutely. No, he's so good. Very good. Hey, very good. I like how there's like. It's one of these questions where there's like a personal opinion, where there's not like, oh, unanimously we could think this or that, where it's something that's like we can each give something new, add something new to the bushel of apples.
And I like this movie bracket better too because I don't think any one of us had it playing out that way.
No, not I. I mean, I was thinking Gladiator was gonna take this one from the beginning, but like maybe I'd be swayed. I got swayed in the last one, the '90s. Didn't think the Dumb and Dumber was gonna win it, so I mean, I'm enjoying this wacky roller coaster ride that us were going on.
Yeah, I'll say I get it. But yeah,
let's see here. What you got? Talk Daniel Day-Lewis, like just how intimidated he'd be on set with the guy, like just pants. Is the Elder Wand powerful enough to deflect a shot from the Death Star? Can you just like we're blending universes now? We're getting a little weird. Can the Elder Wand, like, can these wizards? Okay, whatever. This is one of the off-the-cuff questions. Can these wizards defend against the fury that is the Empire?
Depends who's training the wizards. If it's Harry, no. Hermione, maybe.
Yeah. I think they all got to go Death Eaters and just accept the evil and how much power it possesses in order to defend the planet. Is one little shield over Hogwarts going to get the job done? No, it's the Death Star.
Yes.
I don't know how they would do it, but.
Well, if the Wizarding World gets sponsored by Slytherin money, then maybe.
The Malfoys got. Well, I mean, they could also teleport into the Death Star and it there.
Oh.
Create some robots, put some wands inside their wrist.
Wow.
Sorry. I digress. Which movie character do you have a drink with? I might have asked this last time.
I think you did.
I'd say Tony Stark.
That sounds familiar.
Tony Stark. Oh wait, no, movie character you'd have a drink with? No.
Movie. Yeah. Oh, before it was like which actor, but like a character within the movie. You guys going Jordan Belfort again?
Tony Stark's a good fucking call.
Tony Stark would be so much fun.
Yeah, I like that. I like that pick a lot. I don't know, Chris. What are you thinking?
That one's tough.
Oh, I'm going Thor. Yeah.
Hey!
Sign me up. Marvel, different character. Let's go.
Trying to think of any Jason Momoa character.
Yeah,
Drago, dude. You'd have to kill somebody.
Yeah, that's fine.
Don't go Aquaman. Do not go Aquaman.
So.
Fuck Jack Sparrow. You go have yourself a drink. Go to Tortuga. Yeah.
No,
on a lone island with him, with Jack Sparrow.
No, we're being stupid about this. Like, if I'm going guy, it's going to be Dwayne The Rock Johnson. But if not, I'm going Margot Robbie again.
Oh my! What do you think? Oh, you're getting in them pants, Lucas. Come on now. I'm sorry. I apologize for you. You have a shot.
Yeah, no,
I'm a strapping young lad.
And I have a better shot with her having a drink first. I'll say that much.
Andrew. All right. Think about this one. You're like, because we'll go off the cuff because we're getting to that point. We're about to wrap this bad boy up. But are there any like quotes that stick with you guys through movies? You don't have to answer right now, but if there's one that's kind of like sticks with you through life. Like for me, get busy living or get busy dying. That just kind of, it's like, all right, what am I doing today? Nothing worthwhile. It's like, all right, well, might as well take a
Okay, we'll stick with the topic at...
What's that?
We'll stick with this bracket. Gladiator. What you do in this life echoes in eternity.
Oh, very good. Very good. That first opening sequence, that's beautiful.
That's a damn fine line right there.
What you got, Lucas?
You know, it's kind of tough. Like, I don't like. There's no like direct quote that really like pops up immediately in my head, but like, it's just being put on the spot with it. But I don't know.
You can come back to it if you think about it. Very good, but It's all good. It's tough. Yeah, we'll give you some time. We got off the cuff. Maybe these ridiculous questions will get the gears turning.
Yeah, let's try it.
All right, very good. All right, we got off the cuff. As you know, 10 questions, just random, nothing to do, or may have something to do with what we've talked about the past, 8 hours. So, without further ado, we have a Kill Bang Marry with Chris Pratt, Chris Evans, and Chris Hemsworth.
Chris, I think.
Hell, put in Chris Roberts if you want to, Lucas.
Oh, God.
Battle of the Chris's. Jesus Christ.
Just no.
I'm married. Okay, Chris, don't be gay. You can answer this question. I'm marrying Chris Pratt, 100%. Like he's
You want a funny guy, huh? You want a funny guy?
Yeah, I'm gonna kill Chris Evans. I don't know why. It's like
Really?
I kind of get that, actually. I'm agreeing with him on that one.
Looks like, did you guys watch Knives Out?
No.
Yeah.
Okay, I want to take his ass the entire time. But but yeah, I'm killing him, and then I'm hooking up with Chris Hemsworth, I guess.
His reasoning is sound.
I'll say it's not because I want to marry or bang either one of those two, but it's just that I want to kill Chris Evans.
Yeah, as long as that happens, I'm good.
I feel like I would marry Thor. You got your Chris Hemsworth because that's a universe of exploration and just adventures to beholden, fighting for New Asgard.
Thor, you marry Chris Hemsworth.
Chris Hemsworth, whatever. I'll imagine he's Thor. Kill Chris Pratt because he'll get fat again, and Chris. You bang Chris Evans because in his Captain America outfit from the first Avengers.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
I'm in the outfit.
But let's keep it going.
So question number 2.
Oh, wait, Lucas, did you have your pick?
Yeah, it's marrying Chris Pratt, killing Evans.
Oh, that's right. You started off
with Hemsworth.
And Chris.
Yeah.
I was actually in agreement with Lucas on that.
Oh, very good.
Evans died. I was good.
Very good. Maybe next time I'll pay attention to these answers. All right, so here's this is a situational question, so pay attention. You're being tortured and are offered the following songs to listen to for the next 10 years. Because you're just gonna lose your mind. They're like, all right, you get to choose. What are you gonna listen to? You're gonna fucking crazy. Baby Shark, any 6ix9ine song, or Gangnam Style.
I might go any 6ix9ine song because I don't know any of his stuff.
You know what? I'm taking him out. Baby Shark or Gangnam Style. Oh, 6ix9ine. I can't believe I said his name on this podcast. I'm sorry. Gangnam Style.
That many times in a day, I'm gonna kill someone. It has to be Gangnam Style.
If I hear Baby Shark once, I want to kill somebody. Yeah, mostly myself. Mostly myself.
Correct.
Gangnam Style, I could at least if I'm gonna go crazy, at least I'll be energized.
I would agree.
Baby Shark might be the most heinous, irritating, and irresponsibly made song to captivate toddlers. It's like Coke for those. It's like, why? I'm glad I'm not a parent these days because, if that was my life every single day, I would yell at the kids. I would put them in the closet, lock the door for 3-4 years, and just so I don't have to listen to that song anymore.
Also, I have my quote for you, Aaron.
Please, yes.
We're gonna go back to what won your '90s or our '90s bracket, Lion King, right? Or
yeah.
Disney, not '90s bracket, Disney bracket.
Yes.
It's one where Rafiki's about to whack Simba the second time, and he goes, "That's the thing about the past. You can either run from it or learn from it." You know?
Oh. I love it's hard to put when you can put a quote into context of what's going on. That is very impactful. So I like that little addition. I like that extra little context you added there. Very good, Lucas. Another one. Here's another one. All right. Jesus Christ. Okay, so I don't know why I picked this guy, but
what?
You have to get a tattoo of Roger Goodell on your face, or else the orphanage of one-legged children won't get their ice cream. Where is the tattoo going?
They're not getting their ice cream.
Forehead. They get their other leg chopped off. You gotta make an answer because they're all staring at you. Hope they're all in surrounding you, kind of hopping up and down. You're in the tattoo artist chair. They're hopping like, come on, Chris. Like,
Wow.
come on, Chris Lucas. Come on. You gotta get the tattoo.
We'll do it here because it'll fade away
Nice out. Lucas, you can't use that answer now.
No, the real question for me is how many legless orphans can I fend off?
Oh my God, there's like 200 of them, dude. They're like lined up. Like, they'll overcome you.
Easy. Give me a baseball bat. I'm golden.
There's no
All
way.
the orphans.
There's no way you're taking on 200 and one-legged orphans. There's no way, Lucas.
Well, no, they'll be legless because they don't have that tattoo. So they're.
So you're not getting a tattoo. So now they're against you.
I'll murk 200. I'll murk 200 orphans in order to not get a tattoo.
Man, that is just the worst mental imagery that we are projecting onto the internet right about now.
I guess I'm going like temple then if I have to choose.
Temple in there.
And he's gonna be like pointing at something, so when my hair grows out, then I shave it and it's just him pointing you.
Oh my God! I feel like shave the head, hide it under the hair.
Yeah.
But
what are you doing?
Oh man. Just a big on the neck. His face. Idiot. And just have number one pick tattooed across the collarbone. Or his salary, like however many millions he made, the most he made in his career. All right, very good. We've solved that debacle. Scribbling it out on the notebook so I don't ask it again. Thank God for that. The alien says, I'm going to destroy the Earth unless shown a spectacular movie. What is the movie you show that alien to save the world?
Inception.
They're just my...
Yeah.
I show them Independence Day to know we ain't around. You like what you see? You like what you see? You like that? You like that?
Yeah, I'm saying for the first 40 minutes, like, oh, this is a great movie. You're like, oh yeah, just wait.
Boom! Got him.
Don't show them the sequel.
I didn't see it, thank God. I did not see it.
Same vein, Signs.
I'm gonna show him Cars.
Good day, sir.
Hey, fucking enjoy.
Oh, so there's no intelligent life here. Okay, we will go somewhere else.
I was gonna ask you guys what the best Owen Wilson movie is, but I think we just answer that question, I guess. Why not Shrek? Shrek's a way better animated movie. You picking Cars? Are you trying to get us killed, Lucas? They're gonna raise the temperature. We're all gonna melt because of you. Hopefully we'll be watching Cars when we die and know it's responsible.
Honestly, they're like, hey, we're giving you a 3-hour window to show us one movie. I'm like, you only need an hour 20. Cars.
Done. You got it, boss. Chris, what'd you say?
Signs. I was gonna say same
Signs.
vein.
Very good. Oh, gotcha. Well, Cars, Lucas. You put the human race on Cars. Oh my goodness. They'll be like, we are impressed. You have saved your planet. That is the one movie we wanted to see. We've seen all your movies, but if you pick this one, out of how many movies are there? Like hundreds of thousands, if not millions?
Yep.
It's incredible. Talk about energy. It's huge. Quick question. What's your favorite ice cream? Favorite ice cream, boys?
Cookie dough.
Cookie dough?
Yeah.
I gotta go rainbow sherbet. Throwback. Followed closely by cheesecake with some crumbly crumbs on it, and then you tip Cold Stone a little bit so they sing for you like the monkeys that they are. Yeah.
All right. Next
Sorry.
question.
Next question. Dance monkey. You know, you play the organ, they'll. You hooligans. All right. What do you hate more? You can make them. They'll sing if you tip them like a cent, or you're a dickhead if you tip a penny and they make them sing. Give them $1, they'll sing for you.
Dance, you son of a bitch.
Dance. What do you guys hate more? Locking your keys in your car or realizing there's no toilet paper after doing the deed? Of course, there's none in the cabinet when you reach around the door. There's nothing under the sink. You're just sitting there all squishy.
I'd feel probably dumber if like I had to like lock my keys in my car. I'd probably hate that more.
Yeah.
I've been
Far more inconvenient.
in that situation. I've taken dookies and had to like find out a new means of income. I had to take the emergency shower. You know, I've had to just fucking stick my ass in the shower.
I would like, pull up the pants and like kind of shuffle around the house until I find something, maybe some paper towels perhaps. But I feel like locking your keys in the car is a far worse. It's just so much more inconvenient, detrimental, and it amplifies my OCD to a degree that I don't like, to where I'm like always locking my car like 10 times, spin around in like 3 circles. I'm like, okay, now I can go home.
Where it's like, you better check again to see if you locked it. Yeah, I get it.
It's like, I was always paranoid with my ex of like, oh my God, did I flush the toilet? Like, I remember being like 30 seconds on my drive, did I flush the toilet? I was so paranoid, I turned around because I was going to get bitched at. But turns out the toilet was flushed. I don't want to leave a turd in there because, like, if I pee in the toilet, like, I'm leaving it, yellow or mellow. If not, I go outside. But I'm like, before it starts getting like a putrid smell, I'll let it go. Like, you're saving a gallon of water every time you don't flush. So I'd recommend, if you're in town, pee outside. Go to seclude yourself a little. Pee outside. Save a gallon of water.
No issue on my end.
What's that?
I was saying, no issue on my end. Let it be.
Pee outside. All right, very good. Very good. One-on-one naked combat, boys. One-on-one naked combat. If you want to talk Eric Bana and who was the other one? Russell Crowe.
Naughty.
I feel like Russell's angry, but he's so fat now. I got to go Eric Bana.
Eric Bana versus who?
Russell Crowe.
Yeah, Bana, for sure. You got 2 Aussies. I'm going with the one that's in shape.
Yes, sir.
I don't know. Russell Crowe's face looks like he can take a punch. Eric Bana's like
Yeah,
one or
I
two
bet.
put together still.
That's true. Like, Russell Crowe's like, he's like bar fight tested. Like, I feel like, oh man, damn. He drinks. He's like a rump. He's got a big head too, and I bet he could take a knee to the face and just be like, I'm an Oscar winner.
You're Russell Crowe for that impact. You can't pick it, but we know it.
Yeah, that's true. All right, we settled that, but yeah, they're both naked. Let it be known. But the original question was Peyton Manning versus Tom Brady, one-on-one naked combat, 50-yard line.
The price is wrong, bitch.
With that zoom camera going over the top.
Brady.
Brady over Manning? Get the out of here! You see what a lop Tom Brady is? Yes, he's healthy, but Manning's angry, and he's got a melon of a forehead, just crushing people. He's hammering nails with that forehead.
After watching Peyton Manning get his back broken in a game and still like finish out the game, I think that dude's fine in fucking.
He's tough. He's been hit. He's unlike Tom Brady. Peyton Manning knows what it's like to be hit and not have a flag called. He knows how to hit and keep playing through adversity. And as he kills him, he's just strangling. Omaha! Just giving him the business.
Dude, Tom Brady slides. There's no player within 5 yards of him. Peyton Manning's out there in the ring taking.
He's out there. He's got his reps in. He's taking his licks. All right, you guys. We're humming along. We're almost done. We have what is the more clutch moment? Rohan's arrival into the battle of the orcs attacking Minas Tirith, or the hammer going into Captain's hand as they're fighting Thanos. What gave you the juice? What was more of a turn up?
Endgame for sure.
Endgame?
Yeah. That moment was
like so good.
Apex of that movie.
Of like that entire series up to that point was like, this is what we're capable
of 20 movies.
That was the most exhilarated I've ever been in those. Like, like no other Avenger movie, no other Marvel movie. Like him just like catching it as like anything's there's no rules anymore, baby. We're going hard.
And let's talk about the clinic he puts on as soon as that hammer touches his hand.
Oh my God, just tunes him up. I love it.
Yeah, it was sweet because like literally that is the best part of the entire movie. I'd say like debatably that one fight scene right there. It's got to be that. for like overall enjoyment, but in terms of being clutch, no, dude. Rohan's arrival, like the city was fucked without them.
Rohan, like Theoden's speech before them like going in. I love Carl Urban's just he's crazy. Just them up the Olifants, taking on orcs and then some, and then they for some reason get off their horses and march on the Black Gates of Mordor. Why not? Horses. What have they ever done for us this far? Rohan is a gritty, goddamn small market team that comes in clutch in the postseason. And guess what? There wouldn't be no championship won without the horse lords of Rohan. But that is my choice, Rohan. But just what was the other movie? Oh, an endearing moment that not really people really talk about in Endgame. I love Tony Stark talking to his dad and giving him advice on what it's like being a dad. I thought that was a really cool come to full circle for his character to make peace with his dad, tell him he loves him. There was a line that unnecessarily they tried to give the Dark World some validity in the overall like scheme of things in Endgame. Like they went back. I'm like, okay, like they're like kind of they were tying up loose ends, I guess. Like Thor seeing his mom, Tony seeing his dad. But overall, Lord of the Rings means so goddamn much to me, and those guys coming. That's why I'm kind of. It's one of those moments in movies where I'm kind of intimidated to watch. It's similar to the wildebeest going in Lion King. It's Rohan. I'm like, I've got to be ready, mentally prepared for them about to crush through this horde of orcs. Going down. Oh, sorry, guys. I got excited. Number 8. All right, number 9. Would you guys rather be a Jedi or a wizard?
What say you?
I'd rather be a Sith.
Word.
Siths. Siths. Wizards. All right, so final question. What is more satisfying, a strike at bowling or hitting a fire cup in beer pong?
Oh, fire, for sure.
Fire cup?
Yeah.
I guess I would say like the third strike of bowling, but fire cup, like it means so much more.
No.
Fire
I don't think it's quite going quite as much as a fire.
There's really not. There's like I've played sports before, but nothing it really gets the crowd going quite like a fire. And then hitting at least one after the fire.
Of course.
And then after that, man. Eventually, I feel like at the next dick retreat. No, that's it for the question, boys. Wait, Lucas, your answer. Did you say?
Because like it's degrading.
Yes. Yes.
Degrading.
It's like whoever you're looking at, it's like you. Like I'm better than you, and you're gonna watch me take your turn and keep shooting.
But it is also, it's like when you cross someone up, they hit the floor, you need to hit the 3 afterwards. You need to hit
the one.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it's like all for naught. Hit at least one. At least one, and you're good to go.
Yes.
But yeah, next dick retreat. It'd be so dope to have like some kind of podcast, like some kind of beer pong tournament of like us, or like just recording the shenanigans, or like a beer pong tournament podcast. I don't know how the it'd get done. Maybe some lavaliers that we attach to our shirts, or your shirtless, like just hang the cable around your necks, get the voice, get a crew in or something. I don't know. I don't know. I would just love to have the entire Dick family from the fraternity in on a podcast.
Be interesting.
Very interesting. Or a terrible idea. Either way. Gentlemen, any parting thoughts? This was one hell of a podcast. We've been recording. Apparently Zoom is just letting us take liberties with the time limit. Any like honorable mentions for movies, parting words, sentiments, this and that?
I think we covered all the honorable mentions we all had.
Minus A Knight's Tale, but yeah.
Yeah.
But honestly, A Knight's Tale, even if it was it's not winning for me. So
it's not getting past round 2.
It just would have knocked out one other movie. I know that much.
Well, it's just like, these are tough decisions, and just based on how the brackets lay out. Like next time I'll send out the bracket again. You guys do not let me slip by putting a goddamn Castaway in the bracket ever again. You guys got to be my filter for the.
I'll be more vocal beforehand.
Please be like you're tired. Oh my god! But gents, I feel like we did the Lord's work today, picking out these goddamn movies with our reasons, and I don't think the audience will be super salty over the choices we picked.
This one's a little more solid. Stands on better ground.
I think they're gonna be very salty, but continue.
Whatever. Chris, we picked Pirates of the Caribbean, dude. I'm proud of ourselves. See,
I still don't feel good.
I'll send you the score on a text or something like that so you can listen to it before going to bed.
All right.
Then you'll feel better. But all right, you guys, Roberts Brothers. God damn it. Thank you once again. Solid as always. And until next time.
You lose! Good day, sir!